tour. Bomb acquired. We got the bomb. Yep, solid loss. Walk it off. Search and destroy. Defend the objective. Enemy UAV detected.
There you go, dumbass.
One enemy left. Handle it. Solid. Do it again so we can get the hell out of here.
See that shit? Look at me, look at me, look at me. Shit on.
Search and destroy. They know we're here. Go loud, Black Ops. Bomb acquired.
Damn, Drake's headset's big as hell. You see the mic on it?
Yo, that would be checking me.
Yo, I swear to God, it would be.
Yo, that shit is fucking massive. He's got
Was he in a cockpit?
He's got the helicopter shit on.
Players towards the back. Everybody else for Paris gonna spawn through mid.
Oh shit, oh shit.
And they go 4 for 1 in that trade battle.
Or dead.
The hard block doesn't come in. Trace thinks he has
Up video
timing.
quality.
Paris is still in the
Yes,
play to
sir.
potentially find the break, but they gotta go. We need to start with some
Shit, we're
fights.
maxed.
Yeah, sure do, and that is maybe enough right there on point.
Okay, they're gonna break in, though.
Together, they're able to clear out the hard point. Nate from Trakes allows him to get some sort of freedom
Miami spawned in
inside
the
hill,
back.
but not enough. So Miami will still spawn behind the old time. They're opting to play through this exit.
Yo, is it
time,
cold
though.
as hell in your
That's the price
apartment,
of
Mark?
Paris with
Man,
that, and yeah,
I'm
it's
right
worked
by
out
the
really
door,
nicely.
too.
So
This
they
shit's
give up
breaking
about
through the
13
door.
seconds to
Dude,
scrap,
my fucking
but Miami
feet,
now
I got
have
the
numbers trying to rotate
moose
over
hide
the
on
door.
right
It's
now,
looking
and
really
my
good
feet
for
are
Miami.
freezing
Yeah, when you
still.
get those close spawns, you might as well not hit a long route. You might as well, with the numbers, go your way through that old time and get it. And then relying on your teammates to
All right, big
potentially
fights
find
here
one
off the
off
rotation, though.
and that's exactly
Ren
what
Court
happened
finds
to
2.
Miami. Now
Into
two
Celium's
teams
fuck
that
shack.
P1
Gets
and
3.
P2 to this
Wow.
P3 as they are lighting up the
Oh,
kill
they're
feed again.
fire,
Paris
dog.
is
Vamos!
Absolute smoke show from this man right here. Rancourt 9-2 on another 4 spree.
Am I taking a break after this weekend? Nah, I'll be live tomorrow for a very short stream, and then Tuesday we have the boot camp. Hopefully that runs smoothly, and then Wednesday I have tech checks for our green screen setup, and then Thursday we're back for the major. Unless baby gets
Oh my
born, in
God.
which case, oh my god. Okay, Super, get all 4.
Look, he's
Yeah,
running
and
down
Paris would
damn
have had
look.
an
Look at
opportunity
that.
to just cut their losses with 25 seconds left if they got some good time off of P2.
Yeah, they gotta kill Dan right. They
Almost
killed
down
Dan right here.
100.
This is
You're
money.
forced to contest some of this
Yup.
whole time, and now Miami
they got the
are
full
making
row.
you pay for it. Super on 5 in a row. Back Dragon spawn secured on
This
their
is
end.
this
for
is
the
for sure
Fury
the
at
most
P4,
unpredictable
but
team
it's
in
the
the
battle
league.
for
I mean,
Paris
these
already
teams
on the
back,
bottom
can't
side of
like
comms.
this,
They're gonna
bro.
walk away.
I
with
feel
a
like
bunch of
everything's
rotations.
unpredictable.
Now Miami all the way
They
across
just
the
never,
map.
they'll just play anyone good out of the
because
blue.
you do have medals blocking in the back. So here comes the long convoy of
Yeah,
Heretics members from the
Dan's
front.
having a slow
Taking
one.
with Sip, already into the hard point.
Been
So
Mr.
much.
Consistent.
Moment of pause here for
I'm
Paris.
back, boys. Sorry. It was a
Doesn't
tough
work out
one.
as
Yeah.
Dosi drops
Or
that
Zen,
mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brown marker?
Look up,
Trying to finesse to keep
look
his
at
life, but he
Treeks'
gets
mic
bullied out.
when
And
they
it's
go to
just
his,
individual kill
POV.
after individual kill.
Okay.
Paris can get nothing going,
Got
and
a
Miami
cockpit
still find
headset on.
themselves around the hard point.
But 2 go down in their favor. At least for now, Miami are out of the HP.
Would y'all
And
ever
they're
get in a
going all over
helicopter?
Towards rooftops. So Paris
No.
Gentlemen could be able to walk away with this final 20. So with the lead that you have, might
It
as well
depends.
contest it all the way to the very end because they're going back over towards
Okay,
the
Nep.
1, but 3 for Mr. McLeod.
I would not.
He's starting to turn it around on 4 in a
Short
row.
ride,
The
yeah,
second set needs to be a whole lot better from Paris off the rotation.
The fact that they're only down about 60 points actually going to feel like a bit of a
Yeah.
miracle.
115 to
considering that
48,
they did
right?
not rotate well at all in that first
115-50.
set. So
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
recovery there at the end of our final hard point. And an
Got
open
football
elimination
starting up.
for
Yep,
Sid,
football's on.
as
Fuck
Paris
yeah.
looking to jump on in and contest time
Damn,
back
Miami
people.
off to a hot
Dancing
start.
on
It's
the backside of the
Rencore, bro.
pillar.
They kept,
Neptune
I mean,
with the
dude,
cutoff
Rencore is
point.
actually
That's
so
enough to
good.
get Paris in and
He
start
is.
again,
He's
soaking up
consistent
more of this
as
opening
fuck.
time.
Now you have Neptune.
Oh, okay then, Trakes. He said,
The steps ahead,
Mm,
but once he
Roger,
gets
Roger.
caught down, now you have
Yeah,
a
got him on the
opposite
pinch.
side for Miami.
forth.
3 go
Wait,
down
so
in
Miami are
defeat, and now
dominating
Spawn
these
is
P1s?
scattered all over the map.
We're
and
in
Miami is
slimy.
able to
Telling me
manage
they got
that.
50 on the
They're
first one.
reading them to perfection, but at least for
please
now they're
only
not
got
getting
Arlington
time, and you
maybe.
take this if you're Paris.
yo, am I tweaking or did Jay just get hella loud out of
Find
nowhere?
himself kind of behind
Yeah, I
the
just lowered the
lines.
stream a
Big
little bit.
gunfight here with Neptune. Swept away from the wall bounce that is able to find the win. So that
Hey,
should move
16
the
on
Spawns around
this.
a touch here. Rencore cleaning
There he
things
is.
up over the top of
Okay.
P1.
And they're
Huge
spawning in
double.
Narnia, bro.
And Miami will get the scrap time and stabilize with the
The
Spawn
game's
setting
still-
themselves up for 2.
And what'd you say, Al, right before this series started?
Still
Miami
like
struggling
one good
breaking,
hold out of
but so far they
Jello
really
makes
haven't
that
had to
good
break any of these
Who's got the best
games.
gamer tag in this
You're
lobby?
finding all the kills at the
Rencore
right
or
time off the
Neptune?
rotation. You have players set up in towards the HP. And such a
I would
close
say
ball comes
Rencore.
in there for Rencore, but they read them, and you nade yourself.
Rencore
into
just
super
sounds like,
position. Easy break
the
for Paris,
Rancor from
overwhelmed them with the
Star
numbers,
Wars, and I like
all
that
of
shit.
Miami towards the front.
That big ass thing that's in the pit.
Yeah, I would say Rancor.
Soften up the setup here a touch for Paris. Ghosty fighting
Okay,
back.
they break into the
Spawn
P2 though. They're starting to crawl back into it.
in and around, ready to receive this next hit.
With the slaying right now too. I mean, you're fine with this if you're Gentlemates because they've been slaying the shit out of you, and it could be close to a tie game here with a good hold.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that
Sid
worked
gets
out
3.
I
perfect
keep missing the
for Paris,
Trakes
and now
cam,
they're
bro.
down within
Fuck, hold on. I'm
30
paying
points.
attention to it now.
Give opportunity again to Miami with no one hard blocking towards the back to get you off of this
Come on,
gun
show me
time.
Trakes. Come on.
Try to beat you to the punch over at
Oh,
New,
don't
but
let
this
Neppy
time
get
McLeod
heated
is
up.
able to
Double no
pop a
cam
double
today?
and Envoy
What
there
do they
for
got
the
going on?
assistance. They do not give up that free time this go around. So Miami only going to
Oh,
have
someone
about
trying to hit you
10
off over
point
there?
lead, and it turns into a one-on-one gunfight. And
Calling the
Rencore's gonna
cellular?
get some really bad timing there.
All right,
at
Trakes.
Dojo.
Come on, go to him. Go to
So
Trakes.
Envoy in a position at least for now to play keep away.
Who is someone a Gentlemates
Oh
fan?
my God, Miami is bottling, bro. They're bottling.
The pistol able to find the shutdown out of Trakes, but Miami close spawning over towards
No,
Dojo.
they can't
Trophy
choke
system
this,
keeping this
bro.
next attempt safe. Super with the opening contest. Good team shot.
Yeah,
from
Yeah,
Miami.
they're about to
Paris
lose the
are
lead.
starting to wake up.
Oh.
Now down within
They
10
still have
points.
Dojo spawns. I
Miami are
wonder,
stuck
after
trying
a wave
to
of kills,
reconnect
someone's about to
reinforcements
pinch this.
towards Dojo.
Yeah, trying to set up this break. No one's hitting a pinch. You got to find an
here
opening
comes
kill, and you
Neptune.
don't get it through 10. You get it.
Oh,
This
changed.
guy's a
bad.
walker
It's
too
really
right now.
bad.
Still Neptune staying alive, finessing his life. Allowing
He was
his
just
teammates
like
to
11 and
assist them.
15 or
Paris
some
have been
shit.
able to change.
Yeah, they got to make sure they don't flip right here. This is getting scary for Miami now. They get flipped.
Miami did in the first go around, and now they're growing the lead even more.
Yeah, this has just been a battle of the holds right now for both these two teams. Contested with the pinch.
Oh, you
got
gotta be
Oh,
careful.
no,
You
they
gotta be
might get
careful.
flipped. Yep,
Oh,
they're getting
and
flipped.
they
Wow,
100%
they just
flip.
fucking bottled it. They just bottled it bad.
Only 8 seconds left in the old time. Miami splits
Rencore's fighting though. Rencore's fighting. They just spawned lobby though.
Dojo, are you kidding? And he's gonna slip back.
Oh,
to the
hell
front.
no.
Actually gets taken care of right
That
as the new
actually might be
hardpoint
the
opens
game,
up.
bro. What a
So there
collapse.
was a moment of a convoy line of spawns to happen here for Paris.
Whoa.
but for the most
Whoa,
part,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
towards New.
Yeah, they are going to be comfortable, but not really in the setup that they want to be. A man down because you dropped that player through mid-mat with Rencore finding that double. Both those guys.
Oh, what are they,
spawning in
Gentlemates
Africa.
fans here?
You weren't fully
Yeah,
set
we've
up off
seen
the
only
rotation. You
Gentlemates.
still have these back spawns. Now you're just getting overwhelmed with pressure from the front side as Metals pops a double. Not a single player from Miami.
Why are they fighting for
hitting a rock, trying to
13?
flip
Because
it
they're
across the
thinking
map.
that
They're
if we
playing
get
tight
these
from the ESP.
kills, we can get this last 13 and they're spawning out. But yeah, no, they shouldn't be. But it's a high risk, high reward. Not even a big reward.
Trying to slip on into contest, but Trades beats him.
No.
What a good setup this has been for Miami.
That's a big
What the
4.
hell?
Trades is there to finish
What
things
the
off.
fuck?
One more wave to deal with, and here's the route for Metals to shut it down before it can
Yo, he's got a
develop.
long
This has
barrel
been
on
a
his
great
mic.
game
Yeah, that
hard
shit would
fight
piss me
between
off.
these two teams, and we're going into our third set of hills inside single digits.
Yo, that is
Point
hilarious.
difference Back over towards the P1. Seems like P2 has been the answer to success here. You can dominate P2.
Uh-oh, 3 dead.
Been able to turn this game around, and Paris are lighting it up in the kill feed. 3 for none, dominating all the mid-map control. It's on Neptune. To
Big
not
kill
get
on
back
Neppy.
the
He
mid
wins
side,
it.
But he is going to be
What a win.
overwhelmed. Does he read the second gunfight? He does not. Now you have an avenue of approach if you are Miami to set up an angle.
Yep. Metals will find one, rank for another.
Only
Long
gets
range
2.
shots for
Okay,
Super.
Miami though.
No,
They got,
Miami's
Firm on the
P1,
envoy,
bro.
but
I mean, they
Rancor
are
is well and healthy
loving this
inside
this
the hill,
P1.
looking to find
Yeah, if they can
Neptune.
just get these
sat
kills,
down
hold the
over
row.
towards the front doors.
This is their
Not
hotspot.
able to
This
stop the
P1's
rest
their
of
hotspot.
Paris, who are still trying to approach this hill.
As
Look at
I
number
say
3 in the
that, though,
pinch.
They're about to
Little
get
pinch route. Watch
2v4'd on it.
Super 3 in orange. He's
Yep,
getting
number
it
three.
back. He's
Super.
gonna open this all up. Finds himself one. Shots for teammates as Trex finds the second, and things stay neutral. Miami
Wow,
will
they are
stabilize
not
the
reading
spawn
this
to the left side
corner.
of the map.
Super's only able to hit those routes with the communication that they're hitting.
Yeah,
The
no
guy
one's
comes
reading
off
that
spawn,
corner,
are
bro.
locking towards the back.
This is it right here.
Just
These
so
fights
you
are
can
huge.
alleviate that pressure through the middle of the map. We're looking to
Drake's having a
potentially
great
work
map,
that
25
final
and 20.
15. Paris has flooded their way
With the
through
long
mid
barrel
range.
mic.
But Miami
Hey,
has
there he
got the
is.
rotation that they wanted. A couple
Ooh.
kills going
Hey!
early on. Looking for
Yo,
a successful first hold.
I
Trying to
can't
get
take that
active right there.
serious, bro.
Yeah,
That's
nah, it's so
hilarious.
checky,
But
bro.
Neptune does slip around the back.
Oh,
Not
that's
with quick
awesome.
I'd have to
though.
win this map and
Metals
tell him
finds
about
that
himself.
swift
Like, bro.
elimination.
That just made my day, though. Like that actually just made my day.
And the kills continue
I
to
love
come
shit
through,
like
so now
that.
an opportunity
Yo, I
potentially for
played,
Miami to retake the lead. But Envoy's hitting a route through
Who
middle.
was it?
Nobody is watching for this. And you've got
think
supply
it
support
was-
from the
Oh,
front.
Super
man.
and
Number five.
Tricks,
Drops
2v2
one. He
finals
can't
with
stop
John.
Envoy. He is
You
able to
won?
finally get there. Their spawns are so
nah,
close
they
to
won.
Miami, but Paris have
Oh,
broken
you
it
played
in.
them?
That's big time
Yeah,
here for the
in the
gentlemen.
finals
Yeah,
with
I
John.
was expecting Envoy with that route.
Was it a best of
Lock
three?
those
Best of
actions
one?
there while his teammates
Oh, it
are
was a one
pressing
and done.
towards the front, but you
Oh,
get
it was a round
Miami
count.
It was on
so
console,
close
too.
on. And they make the most
Wait,
of
they were
it.
on console?
Yeah.
Final 15 seconds
hell?
here. The
I had
first
to double
generation
check.
now
I'm like,
off the
yo,
rotation.
this
They're
shot.
gonna have a lot more bodies
Wait, what
set
was
up
round
there
count?
early on before Miami get into the mix. But
Like
Metals
6'3",
is
they had
looking
the
for
best
one
nades in the
one-on-one gunfight,
fucking
one opening
game.
to
Yeah?
potentially find something on
I was
Super
actually
on the bench.
baffled.
Hey, yo, if you're
Here
baffling
we
Money
go.
Mark on a nades, you know them
No,
shits
no
are
bullshit.
clean.
I had a tip, but I was like, yeah,
Trying to
yeah,
hold
yeah.
off from the front side of the hill.
It's like you won't do that
Denied
against
quickly.
Gentleman's stuff.
Now
Alright,
Miami contest through middle. Every kill going their way. Ghosty can only find one.
Yo,
Late
Drake
hits
says
from
29,
Sid.
bro.
Able to line up the first,
Almost
but
30. The other
Cruz.
side is 28 for Toon.
The rest of Paris are still well outside towards Dojo, and they're getting
Yo, what the
bullied
fuck
as
am I
Metals.
seeing going on in the
Sid
chat
has
over here?
been
They don't
I'm
find
seeing-
Envoy.
not playing as
Sitting at the
consistent
bookshelf, you walk right
as I
past
feel like
him.
he
You're
should
Metals,
be.
but
Are
you
we
Like in a game
arguing
like
about
this.
soccer in the chat right now? I'm seeing shit about
Shit.
EU, toothbrush, and the fuck is going on in chat right now?
He was aware, head on a swivel, but now Metals.
Did my chat just turn into the local pub or something?
Oh, good grenade hole.
Good
Should be
shots.
Oh,
it.
good
Still
shots.
not missing shots. Paris hold.
That's just
About
some
to
good
say, if there
shots
was
right
ever a
there.
guy you wanted
Good
to
number
be the
4.
last one standing, it's Neptune.
Get yourself a
Wow,
fucking
look at
pint.
that. 3 life. That's a good play from Sib.
Big 1v1 towards Ghosty's direction. Opening shots from
Really
Metals
good
are clean.
job playing your
Ghosty
life if
lucky
you're
to be
Dan.
alive. Gonna call for help.
It's
Advantage
one
now to
wave, one
Paris.
wave.
235 to 209. Miami
Who's gonna clutch?
trying to
Miami's
get
in
things through
first.
control around the
Rencor gets a
hard
kill
point.
Oh, he tried to
mid.
time it.
Neptune looking for the route, but no. Shut down. Miami have enough.
Miami win the
dead?
fights.
Renko is playing for that kill at all times.
They're gonna
Careful
flip him out
though.
too.
Trace has to stay
Wait,
on
I'm
one
looking
second.
go
You can't get
huge.
peace. You can't get peace.
No, you gotta stay
Now
on
push out towards
Wait,
the
they
back.
spun-
they
Now
spun
it's
patio,
though.
Set up from the front side, but now
Nah, they're
spawns
good,
are
they're
getting
good.
mixy.
Wow,
You're able to
Rencor gets
manage
off hill and gets the
Rencor
kill
with another
front. That was
one-on-one
such
through
a
the
good
front side.
play.
Now all of Miami are here.
And now
Here comes
Neptune's
on
in the back.
bench.
Brother, this is
Don't expect Neptune to have that
insane.
close. Dojo spawn.
Where are they gonna spawn? They're spawning out now
Wait
for
help
sure.
from
Yep.
the front. Envoy
Wait.
trying to open things up.
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
wow!
God.
And he falls off the map. Uh-oh, so now you gotta hit
Her
this
Jay?
from behind.
Wow!
Neptune finds the opener. Rencor is low, but is able to find a little bit of reprieve.
Oh, we're going to
outside the
P1.
rooftops. Now
And
it's on
Miami
Trades
love
hitting the
that.
guy up. Only able
Nah,
to
not yet, not
The
yet.
Trades will eventually
We
allow
Super
it.
gets
We
three.
are. Not yet, but we will.
239,
Yep, we're going.
231, close.
Two.
You win here, so keep
They
your
don't
eyes
win
on
off
the
it.
map towards one.
It's all about this rotation now. Trying
They're
to
still fighting,
contest
though.
it.
They're still fighting.
Wait, I would've
Rotate.
backed up.
Rotate.
I mean, you got
Nah,
three.
it's a good
Now
play.
Miami are lighting it up in the kill feed. Spawn's getting a little bit mixy now for Paris. Sib at least.
Oh, he gets
Oh
him.
my
Miami
God,
on
Super
time.
turns his back. Metals versus Neptune. Metals wins it. The pitch from 5. Envoy. Lobby gets through.
Able to step away for a small moment.
God.
Envoy going to get into the
My
hard
God.
point. There's pinches all over the place. It gets the 240.
That's GG.
Take him
Can't
out of
get
the
in.
hill.
Oh my
Wow,
God,
teammates
brother.
clutch up.
And Paris
Wait,
will
you said
take
you
away
liked them
nail
hitting
biting
old
map
right
number
there?
one.
Just fucked up
I
spawn
hated
so
that.
much.
Oh God, I hated that. They should
No, they
have.
spawned
As soon as
Dojo.
Trakes got that kill, you should have knife
Shout out
ran
to
backwards.
Wheeler,
No bullshit.
because
Yeah, but you
Got
saw,
the fuck out of there.
bro, Super just tweaked because
Oh
he's
my
like,
God,
he's
yes.
decut. He was like, where the fuck are they spawning right now?
Yeah, but that doesn't block the spawn. Like, what he did didn't block any spawn.
Miami this time around
He
didn't
was
put
just
their
fighting,
tight
like
setup.
that's
They
not
make
going to
it
influence
mixy,
the back
you force
spawn.
it
They're
into
still
the
going to
next
spawn
one, and it's just
Dojo.
a hard
Either
point
way, you still
spawn
got to be blocking
all
front.
over the place, and it turns out to be Dylan Envoy that gets the spawn.
Get what
over
I'm
towards
saying?
Dragon,
I mean,
wins one
yeah,
gunfight,
but
finesses for his team. And then when you try
I
to
feel
make
like
up
they
for
just
it in
had so
numbers,
much going
Miami
on. It just made it so chaotic. That's why Super gives up
I
B
feel
cut
like
right
you
there
know
because
where
he thinks
two
they could
are
be.
guaranteed, and then the other two, you could just like wait them out and figure out where they're coming from.
And honestly, I think you could classify the entire map of what you just said right there, Jay. Hardpoint gets a little mixy with the spawns at the end from 4 to 1 again, and whoever wins their gunfights wins the map. That's really what it felt like it came down to. But a heck of a display of hardpoint between their number 1 and number 2 rated teams. Trakes goes 37 and 29, but it's for the loss. So again, it's just, I don't know, man. It came down to a couple of moments. I'm also thinking back to that first P4 where it's like, okay, Miami's there first. Paris gets a small break, 15, 20 seconds in a 10-point game. Those little moments obviously add up.
No, 100%, man. In Miami, with the lead that they had early on, that's why they were fighting for that junk time, not really relying off those rotations towards the end, but just that little chunk of time that Paris kept on gaining. Then you go into the second set where they're finding the kills off the rotation, where they're set up for a majority of the time off the P1, and they make the adjustments this time around at that P2 to basically tie the game. That was the true answer for me. Both teams are going blow for blow at the P2s, even managing all the chaos in the spawns. But at the end of the day, Paris just, like you said, when it came down to the final hill, the spawns get a little bit scattered, turns into one-on-one gunfights, and they clutched up.
Clutch, man. Oh, man, that was fun. I'm here for that. That's a huge tempo setter for the rest of this series. And now we need to get our foes into the search and destroy. And this is where I think you kind of look at Miami like we had previous Heretics teams of like, okay, like what we're seeing in the respawn, I think especially in the hard point in the early season, but they seem a little bit labored to catch up when it comes to the search. Right now, they are the 11th rated team, I believe, in Search and Destroy, just 3 and 6 in the mode to this point. Has there really been anything that you're looking at, though, in terms of like helping, you know, kind of tell the story of how Miami get a map win in map number 2? Because Paris have been, I think, really solid across the board, generally speaking. Their search and control has taken a bit of a hit, but I would say they're still the superior search team by the numbers right now.
Yeah, and I just feel like it's because of Miami making that one roster change for Real to Trakes. That's a guy who had a completely different play style. They sort of play in like the same pacing, but just the impact that they try to do, the risk that they take in Search and Destroy is completely different. So Miami are just needing time to figure out how they can be more comfortable. And I feel like playing Exposure for the map number 2 when every other map basically hasn't treated you well, let's try to add this to our map pool and see if we can get it to stick. Because on the opposite side for Paris, this is a really good search and destroy for them. And you better watch out for Sib's sniper and also if you're going to pinch this guy because he's never caught off guard.
No, not at all. So we'll look back over some of the replay moments here in map number 1. And I'm telling you, this was a really fun display of hardpoint. And I think it's interesting when we deal with two teams that are successful at rotating, successful at holding. Obviously, if you're like, you know, Negative Nancy, you're looking to see who breaks better than the other. But when we watch those battles on rotation, I think it's just like the weight of every gunfight really hits you in the head. Because it's like, okay, it might just feel like a 1v1, but when you've got two teams that are so good at getting their setups and not folding, those 1v1s determine the game. And I just love when we put the pressure on small moments like that because it has major outcomes, and we definitely caught a lot of that here in this map.
Okay, we're going to see a lot of that throughout all of Black Ops 7, man, because the more that you keep on playing, the more reps that you get versus some of the best teams on their best maps, it's only going to improve your game as well.
Yep.
So a 10-point difference to start this one off. And Miami right now are kind of feeling the heat, though, Al, because like I said before the match started, you're sitting at 7, but you need to at least lose this match 2-3 in order for you to make it through that winner's bracket. You can't fall short 3-0. You can't fall short 3-1. So if you lose this Search and Destroy, you're truly going to be feeling that pressure because we know Paris have been struggling in Overload. When you consistently are losing, eventually it's got to turn around. So this is a big Search and Destroy for Miami to not only add it to their map pool, but to keep their winner's bracket chances alive at Major 1.
I hear that. And the bad news about that for Miami fans is that this has been a cakewalk map for Paris on the mode. 6-3 against Thieves, 6-2 against Cloud9 from a couple of weeks ago. And most importantly, they're coming off that really hard-fought series versus Toronto with another couple of really clean search wins, not necessarily on exposure, but only giving up 4 rounds in total. So it's a tall ask here for Miami to jump back in, and they're going to start things off on the defense with Paris just getting to work, trying to get this opening towards the top window. Yeah, a little bit of wall bank spots, top of those turbines. At least confirm some hit markers on the Rencore. He'll back away for now.
You learn something new every day. Shout out Dan Ghosty. I'm definitely going to be using that in rank play in a couple days when we get back from Major 1. But so far, both teams is having that fill out. Miami spreading map, not really wanting to fall early on to a nade. They try to get aggressive up through mid, but look at how much space Metal takes away at dirt side. So you're basically trapping mates over towards B.
Yeah, you're hoping, if you're Miami, that you get just a little nod towards this Paris hit on B, and then you can free Metals to take that route, and there it is. Super finds the first blood. Metals going to get freed up to go. May not even need him. Shut down at the middle of the map as Neptune is trying to hit a pinch of his own. Smoke will, for the moment, embellish on top of this platform, but this is all about waiting for Metals first, and they may actually get caught here. This is a bold rotation for Paris, but shots from Envoy give it away.
Yeah, that's all it is. Trigger discipline right there from Envoy. Gives it the play call. Now he's left in a 1v4. Does find 1 kill, but instantly going to be traded. Miami, with the slow and steady approach there on defense, you allow Paris to walk right into you. Metal starts it off by taking all that space away from dirt, so you're somewhat getting a read that the play has to be through the middle map or that B site. Everyone backs on up, holds their pre-aim. As soon as Rencore finds his first kill, Trakes finds the second one through bottom middle. So a 4v2. Easy to have a retake over towards that site. Miami starting off great.
Yeah, spun up a web right there, and Paris walked right into it. Really, really perfect stuff there from Miami's opening defensive look, especially considering that, again, not that Rencore was in trouble necessarily, but he gives up that information top window once those nades and those hit markers come in. So, trusting that setup, and works out absolutely beautifully. Love it when a playbook comes together like that. So, we'll swap the sides around, see what Miami has to offer for their first attack. We've seen Paris on this map. They like to get a player deep in through mid. They like to play aggressive and try to get one of their SMGs up. A little bit more difficult to do that before trophy systems are earned, but keep an eye out for that as, Super's going to pull up the scope early and try to hold that long cross over towards dirt.
You're just playing for the information early on, both teams. They just did it to you, so now you're going to do it to them. What's their defensive setup look like? Stuns and nades getting invested to back them down over towards dirt area. But Paris just keep on backpedaling. Knowing that Miami are just stun checking, playing for information now.
They're playing for the plant onto A, but keep your eye on Super. He's going to be in some trouble here. He gets the first shot, though. A couple of tags come out, but he's holding Paris back, and he's going to get help from Metals off the post plant, and Trakes is pushing up at mid. This is the entire map in control of Miami. Good check, though, from Envoy. That's going to create some space. Metals looking to play possibly for a long clutch route around the back. But you need to get some space from your players in the middle beforehand because you need to check the bomb. So now there's a little bit of urgency for Miami.
Yeah, you know that Super has a sniper. He's most likely sitting towards ring, so you're just trying to locate where Metals is. He wins the one-on-one gunfight. You've been wasting so much time trying to locate Super, and now the bad Call of Duty timing comes back to bite you. Miami clutch up in the post plant because where they planted that site and the positioning of Paris, they had to clear out all that space. It's just a difficult bomb site to retake. There's so many different angles you have to check before even thinking about that defuse. And then also the players on the side of Miami just value their life to perfection. Super gets lost, comes back into the play. Metals gets one, gets lost, then comes back into the play. Just great finessing plays right there from Miami to go up 2-0.
Yeah, weird moment in that kind of spree where we had Envoy's perspective over the top of the A side. He looked like he was looking right at Metals, and I don't know if he thought it was a teammate or not, but he kind of looks at him and goes, wait, is that actually a Miami member? And then he gets shut down. So, again, Miami just moving the chess pieces in the right spots right now. So, 2-0 up. Trophies.
But this time, Neptune is able to strike for the first. Envoy.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
For the opener.
Oh, YouTube's on.
Nice playbook change. The tempo
YouTube's working?
good to catch
Twitch
Miami
just
off
came
guard.
back,
Bears
and we're
will go for
back.
the opener.
Wow.
Okay, Twitch back?
Twitch is back. Yep,
Twitch
we're
back,
good. We're good.
fellas.
We're good. We're good. Everyone relax.
We're good, fellas.
Definitely a showing impact. Super on one end and Sib.
That would be.
Was on one
Oh,
end
that would be
fine kill
tragic.
So far on the map with the boomstick, but just keeping them on their toes.
Last
Not
day of
allowing them to be
online,
comfortable.
a
That was the
delay.
same exact play that Miami just did. It was just a lot quicker with the smoke grenade from Barrett.
Okay, well we missed the round.
Great.
Gentlemen, win it.
Was great.
Yeah, a lot quicker. Okay. Super back out scoping over towards dirt. This time two pairs.
Oh!
It's Sib trying to snipe him. Both
Little
Sib
counter
come
angle?
Up a bit wide. Super gonna immediately take his attention back over to B, and they're saying, "Hey,
They
okay,
both
we're gonna
miss.
scope down towards sand. We'll have a chance here to get some early aggression at B, and that's exactly what Miami's calling for."
Because I'm pretty sure he was able to spot two players over towards that dirt side. Sib obviously with a sniper, but one crosses in front of him, so they just wanted to use him
Oh,
as a
Trake's is
decoy
challenge.
to open up a lane. And now you have the numbers to fight your way over towards this B side, but Trake's is not able to find that.
Super
kill, and
finds the
that's cracked
pick. He saw that guy doing the wall bounce. I think that was the guy that was doing the wall bounce.
Forward, gets the midair snipe onto Sib.
And it looked like
He's
Sib
trying to
was
wall
sniping
bounce,
right
and then
there.
The pinch from Envoy also shut down. Man, if you thought the hard point
Yeah,
was
4v2.
around, this strategically has
Yeah,
been
this will be hard to
fun
throw.
watch as well. Miami
bro,
currently
this is a big
finding all the
concern.
right responses.
4v1, it's Nep, 3-1.
Looking for something. I think he may have picked up Sib's scope, but not going to get an opportunity to pull the trigger. Miami will go. up
Miami
3-1.
looking solid in the
Yeah,
search.
Miami are looking great right now in Search to Destroy because they're just reacting to what's given to them. All right, two players are pushing out towards dirt. There's no point.
Miami
wasting
playing really
time.
well,
Let's
man.
try
That's a
to
good
fight them.
series.
Let's go with our man advantage over towards.
Well, yeah,
B.
weren't they saying in their post-game interview that
In the
search
man
was like
advantage, you still
their
find
weak
yourself
point? They
in
were trying to work on
positions
their
knowing that
search.
They're not going to be strongly set up here, so a couple stuns.
Or was it
against-
overload?
I
It was
remember.
either search or
I
overload.
think it was search.
Find the opening kills.
Yeah, they said they've been in the lab trying to figure out their
Reacted
search
so
game, and
quick
it
to
looks
the
good so
information
far.
gained. This is looking like a different Miami team right now in Search.
It really is, and it's in a way that makes it look like the playbook is
3-1.
being executed on perfectly to this point.
Boomstick for Sib, but the issue
Bears have
is
shown that they can
nobody
kinda break
B
that
for
up by
Miami. It's
playing
just
with some
full-blown
timing.
mid-map control,
Metal's
taking
gonna get
so much
aggressive this
space.
time, scaling deep
Nap, what a
mid.
big blow on the
big
trade.
camera.
For Trakes too, but
Oh!
Neptune wins that gunfight.
Yo,
Super
Super's finding
response,
picks
letting
right now,
Sib
bro.
with the cross, but
Keep it
Bears
on
have the
Super.
opening to play through, and wow, through B. As they're
Oh,
gonna try to see if they
Neptune
can stop
sees his
the
baddie.
Miami defense from rotating into defense.
Oh,
Oh, but you don't check out
Oh,
the
he saw his
backside of
bunda.
Jens, and now all of Miami
did you guys watch the
here
fight last night?
to reinforce their way
I did.
back
Nah,
towards
but I
B.
saw the
It's a 2v1
post
left
interviews.
up to
Motherfuckers was
Ghosty.
banged
He
up.
has
What
the
happened?
information, both
Yeah,
are
bro,
on
that
this
was
side.
actually.
How
I
does
mean,
he
they were
play?
just wailing on each other. More so Gaethje wailing on Patty,
Hello.
but Patty would not go down.
Give it another go. Third time will not be the charm here, but
The
Joseph's
fuck?
got
Yo,
some
Dan's
space
got
to
the
work with.
Yup.
got that blueprint on. It ain't gonna help him. 4-1. Miami working them right now.
No
Working them.
problems there for that elimination, and this has been really good from the Heritage.
Yeah, even after Neptune's shot
Miami
first
won
blood
the
in this
CMG
match,
Elite last
Super's
weekend.
playing
They've been
aggressive
grinding. That's
with
good
the
info.
sniper in hand. That's so you know he's
Getting
having
them
a
extra
really good
reps.
game, because the confidence to be that guy mid-con to play for that trade. Find it, rat back to your team, knowing that it's a 3v3. The play's gonna
4-1.
go
Everything's
rat
looking
B.
good for them so far. They're playing this search really well, using their numbers, using their teamwork. Super's finding sniper
Get that
picks. I mean, they're
information,
looking
get
good on
first
this, man.
kill, numbers on our side, and we also have the bomb down. No need to do anything else. Miami are running away with this S&D.
Has the stream been buggy for you? What, the CDL stream? Really hasn't been too buggy. It's more so just like the levels on it. It just feels like it just feels weird. But they're all remote today, but it definitely feels different.
No, they're going to try something else a little bit different. A high-low.
We got a little
snipe on the
donut
corner,
watch on
deep
Sib.
solar. Ghosty just playing for contact info over the middle of the map, and Sib is kind of just floating. They're going to re-pinch up through mid. No one's home.
Where's he
yet.
at
So
right
again,
now?
the
Back
Bears find
P5,
themselves
all the
in a
way
very
back
strange
P5 in
spot that
depths.
Miami are going to be at least somewhat aware they need to keep their eye on this.
Split on both sides. You see how Miami are trying to set this up. Super clear out towards dirt. Let me spot out towards top window.
Where'd he get that kill from, front?
A-plant, but you get aggressive.
Okay, I think that's both sniper lives for Super gone.
That first blood onto Super specifically, so no need to be worried about a sniper anymore. Let's go.
Good camera.
Yep. And Sib able to find timing on the metals in the corner. Forces Miami to have to make a bold
That should be
play.
4-2.
And yeah, they're going to try to hit through around the back. Not going to
Dante
work
on the
out, though.
board.
It's all on to Rencore for a 1v4.
Okay, 4-2. Beautiful round.
Been dealt with. So that works out for Paris this time.
Good
Just
work.
Miami
Do you think the
caught, trying to
Ravens
play
can
a
beat
little bit
Thieves?
slower
I think the
dirt, not
Ravens will
expecting
beat
that heavy
Thieves.
push up at mid.
Not even can. I think they will.
Yeah, but it's just the information.
Ravens are no joke, brother.
Ghosty was able to spot him, cross over
We've
towards
already
dirt.
said they already had one
Gets the
test
angle.
playing against Koi. Today's another test for them, but
Gets the first blood. No need to worry about a sniper anymore. Then Sid turns the
yeah, I
corner
think
there.
I think
Finds
our
Sid.
Ravens are looking solid, bro.
So even with a fast start on on the play call to just take a lot of space away.
Yeah, no cams on the Gentlemates, dude. It's all fucked, dude. I'm telling you. Once snow hits this state, it's over.
Ghosty's only allowed to change up that
No
angle.
cams. Everyone's just.
He's in front of him. So, cause and effect there. Gets Paris their second. Sib still sniping. Oh, look at this from Miami.
They doubled
Jump
the crate.
up and over
What?
and around. That's 2 players into the crates. They do shut down.
Okay, 1 for 1.
3v3.
There are
Sib's gonna activate with the pistol.
Dirt is a dangerous one.
He's got no help. 2v2.
Low, and we'll finish with Ghosty 2v2.
It's gonna be down though at A. You have that information if you are Miami.
All right, who clutches up? Rancor.
He spots both of them and wins the first gunfight 1v2.
Yeah, Rancor changing up the position now, moving back up to mid. Paris are going to work together. And Rancor has found himself in a position to possibly still re-wrap again. And that's what he's going to go for. Bomb will be planted, though. And now trying to retake from the low ground becomes, well, extra dangerous, to put it plainly.
Has no stun and no nade to work with either. So he has to do this with the gunny. A back-to-back setup for Paris and towards P3. Casually checking the bomb. Don't force the one-on-one. Just finesse your life.
Uh-oh, Sib bounces out the window. Rancor wasn't even tagged. So now Rancor's predicting top window. Ghosty has an angle, I believe, though, with this post plant from the low ground. And he's going to clear it by just jumping on up. And hold on a second. Rancor's going to find the timing from window. I don't know what Sib's doing right there. Ghosty had already bailed off from the fight. Sib just dives through the window. Rancor gets 2 easy 1v1s.
Yeah, that can't happen. Like, it's as simple as that. You cannot force that gunfight there if you're Sib. Because Ghosty gets the information and gets out. The only way you die to Rancor is if he jumps in towards the window and kills you. But when you jump out, don't hit him with a bullet. You're forcing Ghosty to be in a very difficult position because now he knew where Ghosty was. He knew he had a lot of time to work with and just play for the re-wrap through dirt. That's a throwaway round there for Paris. They're going to be beating themselves up after that one, but now Miami at game point.
A critical error. Especially considering that you could still hold that post plant from up top based on where that bomb is planted.
Yeah.
Okay, 5-2. Map point and how big this could be for the Heretics. 4-man hit over to B. Paris, though, again, we've mentioned this. On defense, they do like to take away the middle of the map quickly, and they will do so once again with Ghosty and Neptune. Moving back for the pinch watch, though, is Super. He did have a scope initially, but he's swapped over for an AR.
Man, Miami just taking what's given to them. A bunch of stuns and nades getting invested in the middle of the map. Most likely they're on that side, so let's instantly go over towards B, and Super just plays an angle that is unreadable for the first blood. Now in a man disadvantage, someone has to make up for it. It's going to fall into Sib, working himself by behind enemy lines.
Well, Ghosty was moonwalking on this quick pinch back over towards B. They don't expect that. There's 3 more members for Paris playing over the top of the bomb site. So now Super's got to go quickly. Nade lands, but doesn't confirm the kill. Neptune able to continue to defuse, and he's going to actually hop off it to allow someone else, that's Ghosty, to get credit for it. Huge round from Paris, and that's just simply Super not able to get the read and the timing of the rest of the Paris flank.
Yeah, so even after that first blood from Super, Paris said, okay, that guy's all the way across the map, across the world. We still have a 3v3 around this site, so we just have to time this pinch to perfection. And it was the aggressor in Neptune through mid-cut. Opens up with the first, not 1, but 2 kills. And then Sib from the back lines wins his one-on-1. You know, all 3 players are dead on this side. Super was the last guy, instantly hopped to defuse. So Paris able to stay alive. Force a swing round down 5-3.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-man hit down towards A. Envoy right back up into mid. Help here from Neptune playing that close cross. He does have an AR, though. Keep that in mind. He's able to find the shot punch, though, for 1. Trakes with a quick trade, but cannot hold the ground. We'll go 3v3.
Yeah, now how long do you want to wait to potentially get this bomb down at A? Because you know there's pressure going to be on your pinch. And it's all about the timings that Ghosty can get. And Rancor was not able to spot the bomb carrier. So bomb's going to get planted. You have Neptune in the back behind enemy lines. You're able to get out of dodge. Everything resets now, but Envoy's trapped.
Yeah, he needs to stay alive here. He's looking for help. Hard to say which number 5 is the one watching that cross, but Envoy gets the regen. Not able to win the gunfight, though. Numbers for Miami. Neptune up top, able to find the first. Slips away from the trade. Hopping on for the defuse, though, is Rancor. And Super's the one guarding him. Got to hop on to try to stop the defuse from happening. And in that moment, Super finds the kill. No problem for Redcore to hold. And Miami take a really well-formulated search and destroy here, map number 2.
Hey, a much-needed one at that, man, because their S&D has struggled. And now for the first time, you throw exposure into the mix versus one of the top exposure S&D teams that we have. And you make it look pretty easy. You just took what was given to you. Every time somebody gave you some info.
Like that.
What was given to you. Every time somebody gave you some.
Yeah, I killed one of them. I just didn't want to like slide in. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright, please.
Oh, game 5, man. Our host.
Alright, let's go new.
In, bro.
Hola, Correcaminos. Qué rápido eres, hombre.
Es que tomo Red Bull.
Pero sí sabes que...
Sí, que Red Bull te da alas. Pero le tengo miedo a las alturas.
Red Bull te da alas.
Red Bull Cero. Cero azúcar. 100% alas. Con extracto de monk fruit. ¿Ya lo probaste?
Well, I should get going.
Not without dessert. Oh, DoorDash is on the way.
Game's about to start. Stay for the game. I'm falling asleep. I'm never leaving, am I? Coffee it is. Right?
With Natral, you get the sleep.
Thank God he dropped it. Oh my God, thank God.
Yes, he dropped it. Yes, he dropped it.
And all that shit, you know?
Yeah. Bet.
Search and destroy. You know what we're up against. Keep it tight or we're all screwed.
Fuck off.
Eliminated. Clean it up, Jason.
God, bro.
Search and destroy. Eliminate the objective.
God damn it, bro. Why can't we do shit?
Okay, kill streak broken. It's a start.
Yes, pumpkin.
Search and destroy.
Is a playmaker, so when he's hitting these routes and not winning those key one-on-ones, they are slowing down the progression every single time for Genomid. So they just got to turn it up in the slang, in my opinion.
Heard that. Okay. Keep it simple, keep it quick. Let's jump on in, see if both these two teams can continue to give us some high-level Call of Duty, my friends.
Yeah, and that's again I would fly, but it's all exposure. Yeah,
it's exposure. It was. I'm glad. I don't know if you caught me. I was like vamping a little bit. It's like, wait a second. I'm pretty sure I just wrote down it's exposure. I had to second guess myself. It's all good. Let's get back into it though. 2-2 over the top. Miami just quick off the get-go. Super with the 3-0. Start quick pull and a quick opportunity to set up towards B.
And now we're all Paris are already on the back foot. Stuns and nades are connecting, so it's going to slow down. But look at what it's doing for Miami. It's going to allow someone to develop on the route. You're thinking that because they slowed down, potentially the rotation is going to come in, and you were banking on Metals to be the opener. But once he loses, now you have the numbers advantage to stand strong on this defense.
Oh, dang.
Super. Shooting so far. Metals nade over the top. Allowing Super to get the regen up. Gone through and doesn't miss a bullet. 5-0 start. Ghosty looking for the shutdown and will find it. Metals, yes, it's able to confirm the trade, but really forcing the issue here. Trying to beat the timing of the pair of spawns, but not able to. Gentlemates putting together a solid defensive hold, and they have a chance to repossess the EMP if they so choose.
Yeah, they're looking to take the map control, though. When I have every single player up and gun ready.
Good start.
Just looking for kills to go their way. You lose one through the middle of the map, but you find one here at the B point. So start to force your way right through the front door, but Trake's off the respawn, is able to line up 3. Now he's got 2 lead blockers. This should be a Miami score.
Oh, but Neptune's able to find one. Trying to step away. Pistol works out for Drake, but he's stunned into place. Sib and Ghosty still in position. Envoy over the railing. Yeah, keeps the defense alive and kicking. Metal Super finding eliminations, but it's not enough. Paris will be able to regen and reset. Although, Super, if he can find one here, catch Neptune by surprise, he may be able to grab and go, but the EMP resets and Neptune wins the gunfight.
Now you got to try to find some kills if you are Sib. Because every single one of your teammates is over towards that B point. They're going to be out of position. So Miami just looking to stabilize around the map. Everyone camping their corners, looking for their one-on-ones, but now they're losing all the timing fights. Thankfully, they find 2 kills, so neither team is going to grab that EMP now.
Yeah, tough there for Envoy. Will make a different move. Hit the route around the corner. Knife out. He's able to find Trakes. Miami still 2 members in mid. Going to be able to at least make sure the EMP doesn't get pulled, and the shutdown on the Envoy comes through. Neptune on the other front. Make sure that Miami cannot stay deep over towards the pair spawns. We're halfway through this first half, and they're really, outside of Miami's first look towards B, hasn't been a significant effort yet for Paris.
Yeah, neither team willing to give up or do something drastic in the chance department. We're making it all look clean. It's got to be perfection. And right now for Paris, they have the EMP in their possession, but the player in Sib is so far across the map, so they're just stalling out time, looking for some stuns and nades to connect. You find one for the opening kill, and now you're committing towards B because you have the man up.
Yeah, but Trakes, good read from the down low position, able to find one. Should be an easy run through here. And yes, Envoy's able to get back onto the point. So first score comes through for Paris. Exit kills, not convincing for Miami. So hold on a second. You've got Neptune coming off spawn. He's going to try to rush over to the new EMP location. Trakes there to meet him. Not a clean look at the initial set of the gunfight, but the win comes through, and Trakes tries to force something forward, knowing Paris is playing deep, but is unable to do much with it.
Yeah, and the slow and steady approach right there from Paris forced Miami to have a spread set up there. Because you don't want someone to leak out on the opposite side. Potentially the rotation comes in and you get a free score. So they were 2-2 split. Paris able to capitalize off of it for that first tally. Now they're looking for a second one as they're already taking presence over towards B, but Miami should have the reinforcements to stop them.
Yeah, Ghosty was just waiting to make sure he could get back to full health. Nades through mid, over towards B. Not going to land, as Paris will try to hit a long route around the back. Sib does find one to open things up. Envoy says, that looks like fun. Let me see if I can find more, but Super shuts it down. 50 seconds before we get to halftime. Sib still trying to keep the effort alive on the flank. He's low and in some trouble. Metals will find him, and it'll be a very favorable kill feed here for Miami. A chance to collect the EMP if they so choose to with that win from Trakes 4 in a row. And yeah, Metals is going to grab and try to push.
Yeah, you just got to slow down there for your Trakes. Job was already well done. He was able to set up a pinch, find the opening double to shut that down, be the lead blocker, and also find the lead kill. But then you give up your life for free, and you're forcing now the rotation out of your teammates. You do have your ARs set up in the positions to watch the cross. You just got to get past one player, and you do. And there goes Neptune to still play keep away.
Wow. And Neptune's going to do better than that. Finds not just one, but all three contestants. Team Nade doesn't really make too much of a difference here for Paris. That is a huge defensive stand from Neptune. They're going to get the overtime, will the gentlemates. Keep your eye on Envoy, trying to play around the back, seeing if they can get a route to going for the EMP quickly. But you got to win a gunfight here for Ghosty, and he will not be able to. So 1-0 goes the half, but a thrilling first half at that.
Yeah, and to talk about the guy before I said it on the map was Envoy, sitting at a .8. The guy is almost double positive in the opening round. Finds a lot of success on these routes, winning key one-on-one gunfights, having goal line stops when need be. Getting loose right now.
Yeah.
And they're up 1-0 out because of it.
Really good first half, though. I'll say that much. So, swap the sides around, see if we can get more. So, here we go.
Oh, got no audio.
I will say Miami did a really nice job at the opening break-off through mid-map. If they could reproduce that and give more looks, you feel like there are chances at finding an opportunity to score are still going to be pretty high.
It just all turns into the lead blocker every single time. How do you decide to play it? How aggressive you decide to play it? You had like 2 or 3 opportunities to add one there. Just lose key gunfights at the wrong time. But into the second half we go. Paris dominate all the mid-map control, but now kills lighten up in favor of Miami. You got dirt. You got over towards P2 side, and you have all of mid-map. Just looking for these last 2 guys before we try to recover the EMP.
Yeah, it took a little bit too long to find Ghosty, though, all things told. Envoy there to keep the trades even. Civ with the chase down, predicts the correct corner, and is able to find the EMP carrier Rencor. But do they know that Super is still floating around mid? Looks like Ghosty's trying to keep the pinch safe just in case, but is unable to do so. So now it's on to can Miami win these gunfights around P2, and Metals is sure able to. Should be a chance to grab, but just as he goes to pick up the EMP, it resets the middle, and all of that hard work now leads to a second set of circumstances for Miami to try to consider.
Yeah, and already 2-2 split in the kill feed. Gotta waste more of that game clock before we can execute our next play. Trying to clear out space towards dirt is going to be Rencor, and on the opposite side you got Trakes working on the deep pinch. Rencor is going to fall. Envoy and Neptune combine for a kill through the middle of the map, but Trakes on the pinch is going to be impactful. So all that space that Envoy got ain't going to lead to nothing because nobody can grab the EMP.
Yeah, but Miami still doesn't know where Envoy is. You can see them trying to look for him. And now they know the trade will come through. Rencor, long pinch, trying to clear out ring and mid-map, but Metals beats him to the punch. And that's going to be enough to find pretty much everybody down. Big gunfight win from Rencor. So the EMP will be collected. All 4 down, but Paris will spawn towards the B point. Still winning gunfights, though, as Rencor. But you got to do more than that. And as Metals tried to go high, he will fall, leaving Trakes in a 1v multiple. And he will drop. So the effort for Miami completely quelled as Paris can reset.
Yeah, they found the opening kill. It's just right behind Rencor. Your second lead blocker was the pistol carrier. Not the preferred weapon for the engagement. Now Envoy potentially looking to add another one on the board for his team off of this Hellstorm.
Bro, how are you?
Doesn't connect onto anyone. You're giving all the information and completely out of the play. Let's just run it up, add another one to the tally. This should be a freebie.
But Miami coming quickly off the spawn, able to get 2 members here. And a pinch is developing from Super. He will find the EMP carrier. Can you counterpull this if you're Miami? Lots of space over through P2, and you shut down Neptune on the pinch. So now Paris will have to defend this purely from behind the B point. Super with some high ground. Stuns are landing. Civ, Envoy finding the first couple eliminations, and that's another 4 dead for Paris.
Yeah, you're just trying to bully ball right now. And Paris just keep catching you off guard or finding that opening kill. So your push continuously is just getting shut down. Now you're back on the defensive side where Envoy isn't allowing you to get out your spawn for free. They've already cleared out a lot of space towards A. Envoy has his zig. Neptune on the backside, but he does lose that fight. Thankfully, McLeod is there. 2-0. There goes Paris.
It was close. Super nearly had the cutoff, but not quite. And now 2-0 up with 1:35 on the clock forces Miami to have to create something quickly. The EMP spawning over towards the tank on the top side of the map. Routes developing. Miami trying to clear out space. Neptune is the only Paris member over and around the EMP, and he loses his gunfight. So now it's just how much can Metals do from this position? Ooh. Envoy trying for the cutoff, not gonna be able to get there, and that's gonna be a quick score for Miami, now just down 1.
Now you gotta get yourself in a position to play the reset. Everyone's on the opposite
Big
side
win.
of the map. Gunfights need to go your way. Metals is able to find 1, but Ghost responds with 2. You know that Metals is on the pinch. You now have just accounted for Rencor, and the EMP carrier is just gonna go, and he's gonna get it for free. Just all the information gained, knowing what you can get away with, and Paris keep that 2-point lead.
50 seconds on the clock. Miami still finding eliminations up top at mid. Metals doesn't check his right, but is able to find the shots from Ghosty to alert him that, yep, he needs to find that kill. Now playing over towards this back terrace. Looking to try to run the EMP down through dirt. Metals is going to get that back container position, but the problem is they don't re-clear mid. Flank from Neptune works out. They find the EMP carrier with 30 seconds remaining. It's got to be right here, right now for Miami. If they could score and pull, maybe there's a chance, but big advantage for Paris.
Yeah, because all you got to do is just hold the line. They need to score in the next 5 seconds or it's going to be mathematically impossible. And when the team kill going down, you don't have the reinforcements. Also, team kills on the other side, but you're still holding the line if you are Ghosty. Paris, make the adjustments. The playmakers making plays happen. Getting lost, hitting routes, forcing Miami to be uncomfortable off the respawn. And Paris kill the overload losing streak. Get 1 on the board there.
Wow. That was another good map, though, between both these two teams. And I will say Miami is just looking at a different level right now in terms of how they're playing the 2 and the 3. Map 2, map 3. But Paris, like you mentioned, a couple of big individual moments. Talking about goal line stands from Neptune finding 3 when they're on the opposite side from the first half. How key could that have been? And then even just beyond that, just Envoy getting a read that, hey, they're pushing way up into our base. We've got a little bit of a conga line. And, yeah, even though my teammates around me are falling, there shouldn't be anyone in front of me. So good awareness there. He finishes 26 and 24, does Envoy, with 2 scores. So great stuff there for Paris to take the edge of the series, now 2-1 up.
Yeah, that's the guy that you needed, man. That's the guy that's always making plays in every single mode. And when he's uncomfortable, when he's not winning his one-on-ones, it's going to be more difficult for everyone off the respawn to get out of their base. But you ice on up. You get the first score with ease. You finesse for the second. And I feel like that's what Miami were lacking in this map, was just that finesse factor. Because they found themselves in a lot of moments where they're lighting up the kill feed, walking away with the majority of these fights. But just the close spawns continuously are coming in for Paris. And instead of someone trying to set up a route to spawn a couple players out or fight a different angle from it, they're just head bashing through the front, getting cut down by stuns, grenades, and guns. So Miami's have a little bit more work to do here on exposure. Paris weren't going to allow a super 1v3 to break them down. And now they're feeling the pressure again, Al, because you can't lose 3-1 or you lose your winner bracket spot. So you need this hard.
That's right. Yep, absolutely the case. So good stuff, though, overall for Miami. Better stuff for Paris. And we did see a lot of those individual moments come through in this highlight reel. So tight affair between both these two teams, man. It kind of keeps on building on the narrative that who is the best team of the game right now. It is really tough to tell. But let's take a look back over the series, because as we've also kind of alluded towards, it's been a really good series. Really good COD being played between both these two squads. And we're going to go to a Scar hardpoint here And I will say, you know, kind of we've seen the meta not necessarily change up, but we've definitely seen teams preferring to run at least 3 ARs across multiple points on this map. Some teams have really picked up on that and done well with it. Kind of shout out to Riyadh Falcons. Other teams maybe a little bit more hesitant towards making that switch up, and it really hasn't provided the results that some teams have been able to find. Where's your headspace at? Because for both these two teams, it really hasn't been like a majorly like favorable map for either of them. Do you have any kind of, you know, thoughts about, you know, advantages to one team or another here?
Well, I think Paris just played it a couple days ago versus Toronto. You lose by like almost 35 points, maybe a little bit more, but it just came down to the very ending of that game. You were great off the rotations, you were great in your holes, but weak on your break opportunities because some of these hills are just very difficult to break when they are trapping you on one side of the map. So if you are Miami on the opposite side, you can capitalize on this map because you have a lot more reps on it. And the last time you played this, we all remember it was a crazy Boston Breach comeback where they were down almost 80 points, but they started to win every single gunfight. Streak started to help them off the rotations, but you just can't afford to have that slow start. The same way you came out in map number 1, chaining the P1 to P2 to a little bit of the P3. You got to do that here because a map like Scar can get out of hand quickly.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing in talking about that point in particular, it really does feel like it lives off the battle for rotation.
Yeah.
You know, Miami, like we mentioned, just not very successful in breaking, but have not really had to do that all that often. And a lot of the key reason has been the new guy up for Miami. Trakes has been awesome, and the respawn kind of, again, I like that we have this as a head-to-head from map number 1 because that was what Neptune provided a spark to when he was on Vancouver last year, being able to kind of provide those key gunfight wins to allow some freedom for the rest of his team. That's been pretty consistent across the board here for both these two players. And again, in a 10-point game, like you see at the very bottom of that graphic, those individual wins could be where you find those 10-plus points that your team needs to find an edge in this very tight head-to-head.
Yeah, and that's on Den, too, that these guys are just getting lost with SMGs and making plays happen. So I can only imagine what they're going to be able to do on Scar because then you're expecting it to be 2 ARs. When you switch over to the P2s and the P3s, you're going to have a couple SMGs we whipped out. But Scar, a lot of these hills are dominated by the ARs. So you're going to have to whip out an extra one if you are Meadows or if you are Trakes. Because we've seen Envoy be able to do that throughout his entire career. Just be a flex whenever need be. But the rotations are going to be a key factor. Because if you fall behind on a map like Scar, you give them early Hellstorms. And especially if you're going over towards P3 and when they have the Hellstorm, you're not getting time for quite some time.
Absolutely the case. Well, again, there are implications surrounding what could happen in Major 1. The big note here is Miami would need to win at least 2 maps to secure their position in the upper bracket. Otherwise, there could be a huge switch up in that tiebreaker scenario between the teams at 3 and 4. Most notably, Toronto, the team looking to try to jump up and in to that upper bracket. Meanwhile, for Paris, you finish 5 and 2. Chance for you to really lock in a top seed overall for the major, which who knows how important that will be. I mean, again, you look at the top 8 and what that upper bracket round 1 will be. I mean, G2 coming off a huge win is really setting up that, you know, anyone can beat anyone. The teams that are starting the lower bracket maybe not have had as much success, especially those two in the bottom 2 positions. But all things told, you go from the top seed right now down to 9, and it feels like anyone can beat anyone, and we've seen that over the course of the last couple of weeks.
Oh, and these are potentially the matchups right here before any of these matches have significant finishes yet. So a Falcons G2 matchup potentially, Optic FaZe. It's all going to change depending on how these results go. Because Miami right now are in the driver's seat for their winners bracket spot. But I know if you're Toronto, Koi, wait, Paris are playing what? Scar? Oh, we just beat them on that. So I know you're definitely going to know what we did. I need you guys to hold it down. And that's all that Miami are thinking about, just getting through this hard point. You obviously want to get the W, but the winner's bracket spot at Major 1 is a must because you get 2 lives instead of 1.
That's absolutely right. And again, with how close everyone's been competitively, how big could that extra life be to setting up your season? We'll find out. Here it goes. Scar hard point. The big news for Miami fans, find a way to win this map, get it to 5. You start in the upper bracket. For Toronto fans, you have never been a bigger Paris fan than right now. Trying to get yourself set up to be in a top 8 spot, and the opening for Miami decent, but a decent battle back to be said for Paris as well off their second set of spawns.
Yeah, they've been able to manage Envoy working on that deep pinch. They found a couple of kills go their way, but even with Envoy walking backside white wall, wasn't able to break that hill time early on. But now with the reinforcements back through green, you're forcing Miami to start to think on their toes about this rotation. Long routes being hit from Super. He gets chopped down, and now the map control in favor of Paris. Not what you need if you're Miami.
Yep, Envoy, good kill to finish things off. Get some clearance around 1, and now is going to be the first man forward as P2 is about to open. Long route developing for Trakes. He's playing for spawns right now. And with some kills from the front, he can actually just recut this and just make sure no one for Paris spawns comfortably. It's exactly the case. What a setup, what a break, and what a spot for Trakes to be to really make sure no one for Paris can see this hill.
And now you can continue to cut off because the hard block is coming in for Rencore. There's not going to be any reinforcements for Paris working on the pinch route. So you got to take care of Trakes. And as soon as you do that, you walk right into the preem of Rencore, and Miami still have the numbers to hold down this setup. Now you have the pressure. If you are Paris, 3 go down. The break should be good because the AR just started hitting Div from top motel.
20 seconds to fight. Rencore able to find Envoy from the front. The rest of Miami looking like they really want to try to force this forward. Ghosty taking a lot of damage, but it's Sib. Top motel steps. Shuts down pretty much the entire Heretics threat, and that's exactly the case. He'll even find the 4th. 4 in a row for Sib. Had a little bit of a slower start to map 1, but you get everyone with ARs. Sib is happy to take gunfights, and he's winning them all right now.
You already have Envoy taking space off the rotation towards New. Does lose that gunfight, and Paris don't really have a player in a position over towards the power spot on Plain Heady. Neptune is here, but he only has 24 HP. The trade comes in, and it's a battle for the map control. And at least for now, Paris got it.
Telling you, man, when Sib starts to feel it, he's going to chow. That much we know for sure. Neptune, a small read that Super was playing through mid, but I don't know if he recognizes how far around the back Super has gotten. Kills from the front, decent here. Is Sib able to turn over and make sure that at least this player for Miami is contested, but the quick reinforcements for Miami will have them contesting and now soaking up some time from the front of 3.
Yeah, that was a beautiful place from Super. To just time that top green jump up to get 1 kill and get out of dodge and then work your way back through mid-cut while your teammates are hard blocking towards the back end. So all of the gentlemates still spawning in front of you, but you would have loved to get at least a good chunk of time there off of that play. Now you're banking off this rotation. You're going to be outnumbered, but a close spawn come in, so you now have the numbers to try to hold this one down.
Hard point opens. Miami will still spawn close. Good set of gunfight wins here for the Heretics as well, but Sib is shooting. 10 and 7. Now making a route develop around the backside of fences. Super trying to step in front of its way and is able to find 2. Now off the regen. Has medals trying to lock down the spawns, but Neptune's able to provide some sort of a distraction. Shutdown is in, though, and Miami continue to spawn close.
Yep. Continue to have those close spawns, continue to find all their kills, but now 2 in favor of Paris. Still, that team kill allows Miami to get those close spawns towards the back. 20 seconds still to fight for. You're surrounded now by the gentlemen, so you're going to be able to walk away with this time, but now potentially the race off the rotation. Miami has to beat them to the punch.
Ooh, and a little dead slide out for Ghost. He has him winning 1. But Sib trying to find an exit from the old time is also shut down, so Miami will establish the line of scrimmage here through mid. Super, big win if he can find it onto Envoy, but Ghosty shut down, make sure that Plain Heady stays safe. So for Miami, now it's just about trying to receive this next hit, and Ghosty is able to find the player top window. So an opportunity for Paris to go quickly, and they're still finding kills to get into the hill.
Yeah, now they're trapping him towards the backside of green. Throw your stuns to your nades. Here comes Sib on the pinch. Give me the freebie, and now 2 plays from Miami all the way across the map. Mr. McLeod blocking the spawns, and they instantly flipped them out. Miami forced to break from Plain. Stuns and nades aren't hitting, and Sib is still frying. My word.
I'm telling you, dude, you just say, hey, Sib, it's going to be AR versus AR. He wants it. And he's got the hot hand right now for Paris. Doubling up the score. Are the gentlemates on this old time? 18 seconds to fight. Miami are trying to get there, but it's coming in pieces. And a little pinch set up from Envoy. Shuts down the rest of the play through Plain. Perfect on the scrap time. One little off-spawn moment has Miami getting a little bit of the time, but that's a big win for Paris as we go back to 1.
Yep, because now everything is in your control. Off the reset over towards P1, you know, all of Miami Heretics are spawning towards that green side. So we hold down Delhi, we can instantly hop the hill, but no one blocks over towards blue. So that's going to allow Trakes to instantly find a freebie off of the time. Now he just needs to finesse.
The hard point will stay open for now. Everyone looking for this next set of fights. Envoy, Ghosty win theirs. Back over to the hill, they find a 3rd. And now it's 35 seconds. You've got a really solid read on where Miami is spawning, and you can set up maybe to play off these extremities and just play choke point COD, but not to be. Miami find a quick response. They're going to find all 4 down, and now there's still 20 seconds to fight for as Miami can also consider what comes up next to P2.
Yeah, because you have players off the rotation. So if Rancor's going to force them right into you, you're going to be ready if you're Metals. Finds a double on 3 in a row. Should lead to his teammates getting this trade onto Mr. McLeod as the last player. As Rancor now is streaking of his own. On 5, rotation in favor of Miami. Kill feed lit up for Miami, and this is the way back in the game.
Yeah. At least Ghosty's able to shut down Super from playing that top corner on Motel Steps. But Rancor is soaking up hardpoint time with a trophy to keep him safe. Paris trying to get up top. Shots from all over the map. But the pinch is starting to find some success here for the Gentlemates. You got to win these gunfights, and Rancor's now stuck between a rock and a hard place. A perfect 2-2 split for Paris has him on a quick break.
Yeah, Rancor was just looking for a kill, man, because if he got 1 kill, he could potentially earn that Hellstorm, and that could play a big part to the next P3. But the break set up there from Paris on the 2-2 split is good enough to clean house. And now you're forcing all of Miami over towards this green side. You're playing it close on the wall. You're not attacking towards Jen, so you're forcing them to overextend a little bit more. And Paris is just gunning you down to shreds. Now it's a race off the rotation, and they have all the bodies in the right position.
Yeah, this is a huge moment for Paris.
This might be over.
Cannot win the gunfight at mid, so Miami will be able to at least stretch over to P3. They've got the plane heady first. Neptune in front of them. Paris trying to work their way through mid and around the back of this Miami setup, and at least they've shut down Rancor. The only person who can respond to it now is Super. Drakes from the front, trying to hold off this Paris hit. And he gets overwhelmed. Does not expect that Ghost is on that quick jump up, and that is a perfect little, hey, look at us, we're hitting your flank. Never mind, no, we're not. We're hitting it right through mid. A little show of sleight of hand works out nicely, and Paris can keep scoring.
Yeah, and that's the teamwork on full display. The player top green backs down the guy at plane head glitch. Here comes Sib flying and frying. It's a clean house while we had pressure on the backside at least this break for a good chunk of time at that. And Miami don't really want to take a risk here because if you get too aggressive and you spawn out of that green, the game is already going to be over. So you are forced to fight your way from blue side. Thankfully, you're winning a majority of the fights, but Ghosty and Neptune are tearing you apart. You got to back up.
Yeah, and there's the split spawns that you called, Jay. It's going to be Trakes and Metals all the way out, trying to cut back through mid. These gunfights are massive for Rancor, and he finds himself too. Super able to at least keep 1 away before being shut down, and Rancor off the reset capitalizes onto a 3rd kill. But look at the mini-map. It's just spawns all over the place. Paris with a chance to contest, but Trakes wins a big 1v1, and now we can work on just blocking out spawns while the rest of his teammates are still trying to stretch across the map.
Yeah, but the rest of his teammates are all dropping like 5s, and now Trakes is forced to make a play. He falls, and Metals gets traded. So back spawn secured here for Paris. Cannot win the game here, but you can get pretty damn close. So if you're Miami, you're forced to be the aggressors, forcing yourself to go right through the front door and just cause chaos.
Good read from Ghosty, but can't deal with the player on steps. Envoy seeing if he can wiggle his way in. Able to turn, find himself 1, but not quite the second. Miami will extend the map a little while longer. But as you take a look to the minimap, new hard point, top left corner, and it's all Paris there initially. Miami, can they spawn Paris behind them? No, not quite. At least not initially. 1 player will spawn back in Neptune, but the numbers for Paris are really good around this new hill.
Yeah, Neptune has a Hellstorm in the back pocket just in case it looks a little bit scary. So once I die, I'm going to spawn right next to you guys. No need to rush this play, but now there's pressure on the top side of green with Super winning a one-on-one. Sybil's also going to fall to the hands of Metal. So the pressure is going to be here for Miami. It's just still the close spawns for Paris.
Yeah, Super going to get caught on reload here. Has no chance of fighting back. Drake's looking to see where do they jump out at. Finds good timing onto Envoy, but around the close corner at Zig, Paris is overwhelmed with just sheer force of numbers. 232, 139. Miami trying to get across the field as fast as humanly possible to clear out the corner. Super at least able to keep Miami in the hill, but do they expect a secondary pinch from Ghosty? No, they do not. And Paris, yeah, they may not get that final tick this time, but they're going to be 1 point away from winning this map at worst.
Yep, and Miami are needing to place a perfect Call of Duty if they want to continue to have a chance at winner's bracket, because it needs to be perfect from this point on. But they have Hellstorms, they have the map control, and Paris should close it out.
Oh, fuck off.
150-249. All it takes is a pinky toe on an open zone for Paris to win this map. Miami find 3 straight eliminations, though. Can they get the 4th? Not quite. Ghosty eventually shut down as Neptune's calling in the Hellstorm, but there's really no one close right now. They do find 1 kill from Envoy. No shutdown on the hill itself, and that will do it. 2 with the Hellstorm.
Yes!
All you got to do is touch. All you got to do is touch. I was going to say for a moment there, it looked maybe a little bit too easy, and yeah, Red Core not happy about how that map went. Miami will start in the lower bracket. Had their own destiny to control, but Paris was too good right there on Scar.
Yeah, way too good, man. That's not once or twice you win the rotation over towards P3. You need to dominate P3 on this map, or at least contain the map control, not allowing the other team to get you points if you want to win Scar multiple times. But they just dominated in rotations early on. Miami was consistently trying to fight their way back on in. You were down 50 when you get to the P2, and that was your opportunity, and Paris knew that. So instead of committing over towards Motel Greenside, we go for the 2-2 split. We take our sweet time because this break is going to win us this game. Because not only the break counts, but they also shut down Rencor, who would have earned himself a Hellstorm and potentially use that for P3. So Paris just made the proper plays at the right time. And Dylan Envoy had one of them series that Estrio had yesterday, absolute takeover.
Yeah, dude, Envoy was insane this series. And a really good map from Sib, even though he finishes 30 and 31, still puts out a ton of damage. And that's just one of those things that when Sid gets a chance to just take AR gunfight versus AR gunfight, if you've been following his career since way before he was a pro, he is good at shell anything and everything. So big steps there for the Paris Gentlemates. They secure themselves at worst the top 2 seed, I believe, with that win, whereas Miami cannot get the second map that they need, even if they were to lose this series, to keep a top 8 position. So they will fall pretty far down. I mean, just in the retrospect of all that tiebreaker at 3 and 4, I don't know, Jay. I mean, this has just been an unbelievable Major 1 qualifier, and that now sets us up for what I believe is a pretty set bracket. But lots of fun there for our first. It is just our first of our 3 matches, though. So we'll head back to the desk to break things down and keep us going on this Sunday.
Win it in 4, and you just secured your #1 seed. Congratulations to the Paris Gentlemates. Nameless. What was most impressive, the Game 4 victory or what you saw earlier in the series from the Paris boys?
I think, honestly, off the rip, Chris, the rally back on that first map. They were down about 100 points. We get over, second rotation, great P1, the P2 hole.
They just need to score, man. Tie the fucking game going into halftime. Because then we get the ball back. Yes!
Search and destroy. Move to engage all hostiles. a designated a fuck 'em up zone. We got the bomb. We're bringing the bomb online.
Fucking die! Sorry. That guy should have died though.
We took the last 3 rounds. Search and destroy. Defend the objective. Anderson marking your target DV.
Absolutely. 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 Absolutely.
Get serious, Black Ops. NBC is scraping bottom. Last 4 rounds for the good guys.
I haven't watched a single lick of Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think they have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
Like they have good gunny, but they just have no teamwork. Like they're just horrible as a team. Like they don't know what it takes to actually be a team and like be a pro.
That's
You know what I'm
really
saying?
tough to hear.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's just
7th season. Chris Puckett alongside Nameless and Rosalie, and we just saw our first matchup in the books. Paris locks up a top 2 seed. We expect that to be a number 1 seed, but for now, that
Stay sharp. The guild's up to something. Bomb acquired.
Bang, 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 bang. 3, 2, 1, ciao. Oh god.
Bomb carrier down. yourself together. Search and destroy. Get in and get out, kill team. SATCOM, care package drop. SATCOM, release viewer on mission.
Didn't I hit that through the smoke?
Anderson authorizing viewer.
Oh! Ooh, I hear him with this.
One hostile remaining. Time check, Black Ops. Credits are about to roll.
Absolutely! Get his ass down. Yo, where the fuck is this guy at? Oh, great.
Just you now. Watch your ass. That's a win. Don't get cocky.
Please do not let him complete this 18-yard pass. Thank heavens.
Search and destroy. Destroy the objective. We got the bomb.
Oh my god! No. I can't keep getting away with that.
Bomb active. One enemy left. Handle it. And I'm in their system. That's curtains, Black Ops. I'm Lucy.
Oh, excuse me.
in P1 on this map, sneakily, as Cray is able to pick up another nice 2 kills in the feed. I think one of the easiest hills in the game to hold if you ever get full control of it, especially with the spawn management coming in from the Royal Raven. So they're going against a bunch of world champions sitting on across the virtual stage, handling right now. It's the exact hot start you're looking for.
Young Exceed, no more in that life. As he was on technical streaks, not going to be using the skewer. A nice break here and a bit of a flip there for the LA Thieves. Get themselves some of this time. Sorely needed. Top right hand side of the map is what we're going to next. It's going to be Craze trying to make entry there, and it's just a little toe-to-toe with Kenny. Manages to win that fight. A lane now to work with mid-map. Scrap on the rotations. He's just wandering from one lane to another, trying to identify the next wave of attacks here from the Ravens, but it is going to be Hydra and Abizi in the feed, getting all the work done. So Thieves, great work. This P2 has gone their way.
Yeah, Scrap goes on a 5 spree to break the time, and he has followed that up with fantastic teamwork, sort of dancing around any spot he needs to fill in or pick up from his teammates. And while they're getting shot in the back, he's trying to turn as he's stunned. But this is a solo man on a solo mission. Yeah, LA Thieves gonna have to work for the new break. Carolina has stabilized. They've lost the lead, but you've won the rotation anew.
Yep, this is the way P2 started. Big hold here from the Ravens. A solid break out the Thieves, but not gonna happen just yet. Number 6, Kenny trying to make it through mid. Dealt with by Craze. Lovely shots once again. Left to right. This is how it's going to look on this map indeed. But the double wall jump there is going to pay off. Oh, only for a moment. Exceed eats a stun. That puts his M15 down for a second. Allows Hydra to get forward. A 3-man hit now from the Thieves. Make it a 2-man hit. Last one on point. Big break. Thieves are in.
Yeah, so much better when they're going for the old teamwork shot there for LAT. They had a couple solo pushes to try to break the time. Couldn't do it as an individual, as a unit. Nice and clean. So the break's on point, and that is going to have another lead exchange rolling through. Unless Carolina can break it in the final moments, and actually successful at it. Kenny gives you 2, but it's not enough because Lurk's responds with a 2 of his own. They had enough pressure there to get the final 8, and on the foot race to new time, it's a 2-2 split coming in for the spawns from LAT. So if Carolina are quick, they'll win another rotation.
Oh, they're pretty quick with it. So 1v1 on time. Oh, and Lurks wins it against Scrap. Nice work there with the Dravik. No one there to deal with the next wave. So Ravens, once again, technical, another rotation 1. They are first in, and so far, so good. Thieves, though, the breaks have been great. Abizi, he's got damage to the Nero as well, and he's making a case for it. Kenny on the pinch there. Still there, getting it done alone here on time. Ravens have managed to survive the first wave of Thieves players. Here come the next.
Yeah, stabilized as well. And you got number 2, Nero, push out right side over towards B2. Golden on that front. Craze might fall off the map. So Carolina, no actual ability to fly. A couple players have taken that tumble, but nonetheless, 40-second lead. Rotation's been on point. Teamwork looking good, and the slang may be even better. Mini Thanos right now on a 4 spree, 13 kills for him. And that is what? First set of rotations nearly in, going in towards P5. It's LAT looking for the response. They're fully set up around the new time.
I believe Thanos' son was called Thane, and he was a badass too. Here we go, though. Looking to get streaks as well for Exceed. He should be picking that up just by the hardpoint time. We'll see, though, if that happens. Next hardpoint in the hands of the Ravens once again. But with Craze, can't clean up the back. Hydra's going to still stay alive. You've still got members there. The Thieves will know they're starting to get picked apart. So a couple of big kills. Exceed does indeed have the streaks, and he is keeping this spree rolling. That's a 5. And what a great chain of hardpoints here for the Ravens. Pushing the lead forward. Big kills once again as Exceed still rolling. Thieves now in a bit of a pinch towards time. Is it going to pay off? Answer is no. Raven still on top.
Dude, and that is gorgeous work coming out of Thane as well, right? Staying alive around the time, making sure his teammates can get back up in the mix. And I mean, players from LAT, they were just so worried about the back spawns and just never quite had the pressure. Of course, the response is instant. Abizi just soars on through, picks up a big 2 for the break, but I mean, LAT, the opportunities they've had to hold, they've gotten broken down, and for the most part, they've just been fighting an endless uphill battle. And now over towards P1, Carolina are here first. That is another rotation 1 by a team filled with rookies.
These boys are slaying. Looking like vets out there. I mean, who's the technical vet on that squad? Nero. How surreal. Good shots out of Lurks. Slow start to the league he has, but he's starting to win hearts and minds in a big way and Exceed. Good God, the Burger King. No regicide to be found here. This man is putting them in a bun, and he is toasting them. Sesame seeds on top, you name it, or the works. It's delicious.
Yeah, and keep in mind for Nero and Exceed, those are SMG players running the AR. Scrap at one point went on a 6 spree at the start of this game, and now everybody's falling off the map and said, that is 5 claysters on a single map.
5 Claysters and a partridge in a pear tree on this map. It's not even Christmas. Nero picking up the flank, looking for that P2. Right timing for it as well. Wow, Ravens, good time to get over towards that left-hand side of the minimap. Once again, they get the rotation early. They're going to have the hold. Can they keep it, though? Good breaks out of the LA Thieves, but as of the last, 3 hard points, they have not looked like the same squad. Craze on a big pinch. Craze with a big bit of damage. Up over the top. The cross-up no good. Abizi stays alive. Pandemonium. Oh, on the inside of the point. And it's Nero with the knife in P2. But after the dust settles, oh my goodness. And CSI get in there. At the end of the day, Thieves have got time.
Yeah, last man setting his aim, though, and that poor guy does not have a trophy. Gonna get bombarded by the stuns and the nades rolling through, and every one of his teammates got cut off. He still delivers and forces a team kill, and it's barely enough to get Hydra in the time. Abizi, nice little monster moment there. Final 20 seconds, Thieves looking to collect, and maybe now actually have somewhat of an advantage, but it's Abizi again, needed a hero play, cannot deliver. And LA Thieves, it's a nice break, but not orchestrating enough just yet for the comeback. They're gonna have to break a new hill again.
We've seen the breaks, but once again, Ravens, they have got Blackheart in their hands. They have run it. First kill goes to Abe. Slow and steady on the approach here, and Lurks, a little bit of back and forth. Exceed managed to give a big advantage there to the Ravens. Kenny trying to help out. Once again, slightly disconnected on the attack here by the Ravens. Good trades. Once again, 25 and 14. Exceed still streaked out. Might be seeing those coming to play later. Blackheart, quite a wide open map. So again, Ravens looking to break 200 after the contest. Strong, strong stuff in map 1.
Well, huge win out of Abizi. He's getting us quite a few of those, and that's going to be enough for the break because Kenny's able to soar in as well. So it took a long time to make it happen. LAT finally getting in, and they are certainly doing what they can to fight. But we're just been focused on the rotation battle because Carolina, it feels like they've won nearly every single time. I mean, it's just controlling the game. It's the management, or maybe the first time they've made the mistake. They just hit old time for 10 seconds and flip Scrap and Ketty out. So now LAT finally have some degree of advantage, and of course, that's why Exceed is the Hellstorm in the back line.
Well, this could help quite a bit. Not a lot of cover. Here come those Heat Seekers. Looks like they're ineffective as well. Will the missile connect? It does land. No real damage. Thieves survive. Lurk's trying to get down now with his gun alone, waiting for the boys. What a great moment here for the Thieves. You managed to survive the streak. Can you survive the players of the Ravens?
Yeah, capitalizing on their single mistake that they have made, and LAT still have the presence here ready for the trades of Easy and Hydra in time.
Trying to find it. Here we go. On the entry. Exceed trying to play a little slow, but slow is not going to win here. Oh, maybe it will. Lurks picks up 2. Oh, it's a 3-man break. Last man on point. Can he stay alive? Kenny with a dart. Scrap gets involved as well. And the break is complete. The Ravens are in.
Yeah, and Lurks is here on rotation as well. He gets the 1 kill, and he backs all the way up. Heads up gameplay rolling through. The stun on point, and the kills even better. This is rookies right now taking it to the top dogs. Another rotation 1.
A big rotation 1. They even get the scrap time as well. Mid-map now from Nero, slowing down the flow of players. He is on cruise control. And Craze now gets taken care of by Hydra. Maybe a turning point here, and you better get it going, Thieves. We are in the dying moments of this game, and Exceed has got himself another Hellstorm.
Attaboy Thane. I mean, he has just been running the show, and this is a victory lap. Carolina taking them to task on the Blackheart. Nearly every single rotation 1. Maybe a single hill where they make a mistake, hitting scrap time for 10 seconds, but they bounce back immediately, and LAT suffocated. That is a map that is going to feel like a nightmare to them.
Oh, oh, baby.
I'm gonna get low.
One is back there.
Of the Ravens with damn good reason. They're looking good out there. Blackheart going their way. Struggles still found for the members of the Thieves when it comes to the mode. Hey, plenty of time to get that fixed for next week, right, Charles?
Yeah, it's going to be a massive 2 days of scrims you're going to be able to work with, but looking at the stats for LAT, I mean, just struggling to shoot back. Kenny really not there in the damage front, but Hydra the exact same thing, -10. Scrap also heavily negative. And that is just a situation where if you are playing a break game, it's a nightmare. You're constantly having to try to be a leg up sort of on the trades. And even for that one moment.
Electronics are slipping. Clean it up. Search and destroy. Destroy the objective. Bomb acquired.
Adaptive engagement logic allows us
Bomb going down. The bomb has been planted. Enemies have disarmed the bomb. They took that one. But we are not out of the mix yet.
superior defense capabilities meet advanced computing and the autonomous stationary defense turret.
Search and destroy. This operation is under executive surveillance. I want it pristine.
Authorizing UAV mission.
One enemy left. The round is ours. Exemplary work.
Bang, bang.
Search and destroy. Eliminate the objective. We got the bomb.
Hey, monkey bear.
Enemy UAV detected. One hostile remains. Take them out. Win recorded. Employee performance rating updated. Search and destroy. Defend the objective. Hostile skewer inbound.
It is a tough thing to deal with in Call of Duty.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Whose sandals are those? Who left their sandals? Out by water there on the elbow. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with Exceed. Now with the snipe. And I tell you what, that was close. Pressure now forward. Oh, Exceed was going for it, but Scrap not having it. Massive advantage here for the Thieves, and it might not be as electrifying as the Ravens round was, but it is as clean as that. They are done, they are over, and it is 1-1 here on Raid.
It's a great punch back. Scrap's going for the wall jumps as Abeezy's going out for the lower chow to go towards mid, so obviously Abeezy is the king of being aggressive in S&D, so nice little punch back against the Ravens. If Exceed hits that first shot, maybe things go a little bit differently, but flinch is a very powerful thing in this game.
Yeah, really. And again, if you don't hit the first couple, it is going to get ugly real fast. But Exceed just shows a little bit too much, and that kill from Scrap is a game-changing moment. Perfect bounce back. You take one heavy hit, you land one back, you let them know that you're not going to go down without a fight. 3-1 split here on the defense here for the Thieves. 3 towards A, and it's 3 on the attack towards B for the Ravens. So poles apart. But what a way to get it going there for Scrap. A big shot slows down the attack.
That was Scrap versus the world, and he came out on top. Now crazy. It's all about the timing because he's got a Kenny right next to him. If Exceed gets the intel, that might be the go button. Well, that's exactly what happened. Shots ring out. You hit the go button. You don't, or you do get the kill, but you do get traded out. Teamwork from LAT on point.
Oh man, what a save. Great damage there from Kenny just to allow the guaranteed trade. A-bomb site, plenty of presence on it. It looks like we're going to be pushing this one out. So Nero, yeah, you spotted him out. What a attempt that could have been from Scrap. The low hop. And we are so close to getting this little 2v2 started towards the backline. Hydra's now going to pick up the pinch, and an opportunity here to blow it wide open. And the Phenom doing what he can to cause problems. A lot of respect being shown in this moment, but now from the smoke, Nero nearly hopeless. Can't even get away with his life. Thieves string one together.
I'm with you, Miles, on that one. That is a sign of respect. If Hydra knows he's in a 3v1 and he's playing his life, smoking out his own feet, this is a team against Carolina. You cannot afford to make mistakes again.
Yep.
So they are bringing their A game.
Yeah, you know, it happens. And when it hits the fan, oh dear. Wow, this is the first snipe from Scrap. A big slide. No way he catches that player on that left. Yeah, Lurks, unfortunate. That lower right hit, more than enough to get the job done. He doesn't actually get any more information on any of the players, but he does see the smoke. So a heads-up play there from young Scrap. Attack towards the A-bomb site now. And, ooh, a little bit of a snipe off. Scrap and Exceed. Exchanging blows, no kill.
That was a crazy transition. Brain went through a time warp, and, well, Craze takes down the First Blood King. Even on defense, look at Carolina. I mean, a 3-man hit over towards ring. They've got Lurks tucked up in a corner, and another situation. If Scrap misses a shot, he's going to get traded, or Exceed will just drop him, and Hydra eviscerated. Stun in his face, and they take him down. Carolina continue to play with aggression. Why spread the map and play for picks when you can run it down, stack a lane, and let the teamwork reign supreme?
It wasn't even just the teamwork. I mean, everyone wins their ones. Everyone gets their individual moment. Nero with a big win there. I mean, Lurks, yeah, he's picking up the pinch on Hydra there in that moment, but Exceed hits a big snipe on a Scrap. He's pre-aiming top art the whole time. You've got Lurks on that top window on the outside of art. He's got all the coverage there from the Pillars players as well. I mean, it's a solid, a very aggressive setup from the Ravens. But they were playing all in, and it paid off.
They're just playing with such a high degree of freedom right now, and a lot of confidence as well. Bringing it together and now mixing up the pace potentially. Have to respect the sniper of Scrap or the sniper of the M15 in Kenny's hand. A quick first blood, and the Ravens have to dig deep and reposition. This time, Nero in the middle of the map.
I don't think anyone's going to account for Nero being this close. Kenny might have seen him shoulders up there. Yeah, he ADS for a second. He knows it's on. Hydra on the flank takes care of business. And Kenny wins the fight in mid-map as well. So, another great round.
Get fucked.
The Ravens should take the lead here, and it's Lurks. He went for it.
You dog shit,
I'm not sure if the last kill was a snipe or not, but confidence either side. Sky high for our teams as the Thieves take the lead.
Yeah, beautiful adjustment as well. You get the first blood. And, we saw Hydra doing this yesterday, where once there's an open lane, I mean, he is full sprinting to go on these pinches. So BZ 4-2, but he's the one anchored up in spawn. It's almost like him and Hydra will be taking turns of who wants to be the maniac SMG flying in your face. BZ with success towards the middle of the map, and that time Hydra and Kenny having that success over on the bedroom side of the map. quick rounds rolling through for both of these teams. Even on defense, we've been getting aggressive.
Yeah, it's quick. It's a fast one. Raid will look very different in the next patch, of course. Major 2, we will not be seeing kills like that. So Scrap, enjoy them while you can. You'll get to see them at Major 1 as well. But for now, a great first blood. The guessing game begins. Which way is he taking this rifle? Oh, you missed out on the toes of Lurks. What a sentence that was.
And funnily enough, the B side has been open the entire time.
Hi.
And LAT did not capitalize. In the meantime, Craze flying up the middle of the map, and he's looking for extra. He's going to get it. A big 2 kills, and I mean, this is a moment of hesitation for LAT. They had an open bomb site, did not go for it. And now they're on the receiving end of a potential beatdown. Scrap and Abizi left in a 2v3.
Other side of the map, you do have the bomb over here by A, but again, quick check, make sure everything's all clear. And there is a flock of Ravens, a murder of them on their way forward. And they're rolling this together. Abe, did you see the top of a head, maybe? Did you see anything? There's the coverage from Scrap. He's going to get one at the very least. Back on up. Oh, and I love this. Go towards B. Lay that bad boy there. And now pull the remaining members of the Ravens over.
That's so heads up. And that has to be just an instant decision. That is beautiful coverage. They might have just bailed themselves out of this round.
Oh, the Ravens got here very fast. Abizi up close. They're not going to account for the 2v1 situation right now, but Abe's dancing. Has he got the coverage from Scrap? He does! Massive damage. Not enough for a kill just yet. Nero with a snipe. Bang! Connects on the Scrap, and that will be enough for the defuse. Little bit of magic there from the Ravens in the 3v2. They did not let it get away from them.
And Nero just gets to chuckle as well. They almost got given the hands. I mean, that, again, for a 2v3 potential, Scrap and Abizi played that nearly perfectly. Fantastic calls, great patience prior to that as well. But Carolina, just too good, man. This team has been unreal. Fun to watch them play, and fun to watch some of the young guns, again, getting to play with some freedom. A lot of confidence as well. Still, though, just tied up at 3-3. Carolina back on the attack.
I was going to say, what a spicy game of Search this is. Oh, mid-map, not a tremendous amount of love, but wide outside ring play there from the Thieves. Now top ring. Oh, and it's an easy start there. 2 of them get their kills. Exceed is now pinned over by the B-bomb site. He's taken a nade.
Dog
He's
shit,
inside
dog shit,
Tiki,
dog shit, dog shit.
And he's very much alone here in this 2v1. Can he play this? Oh, my God.
Hello.
Oh, my goodness.
Excuse me?
Wait. He's still in the water. He's still in the water. He's found one. Oh, he couldn't get the second. Kenny, what a turn. My goodness, that could have been horrible. Nero now on a 1v2. Bomb recovered.
Stay mad, stay mad, stay mad. Dog shit, stay mad.
Well, Hydra just lets Kenny die. Hydra not even thinking about trying to work with his teammate there.
Hold that L.
And Kenny maybe a little bit too much trust.
I know
And
it
Nero
hurts.
now,
I know it
plenty
hurts.
of time to work with. 40 seconds is half the round, and he already has the bomb. The potential's here.
Hydra, he's going to come back in just in time. And he might have it. Wait. Wait.
Nice.
Sigh of relief as that final red hit marker clicks across Hydra's screen. Thieves take the round.
Yeah, more or less pre-fired the one pump there. That is a clean gunfight rolling through. Always spooky when that player can get it off, but Hydra takes care of business and, well, taking care of a round that was dangerous. A shark in the water.
Oh, man. It is a miracle. I will say that Kenny didn't get lined up there as well. He didn't take a single bullet of damage from the first kill there on a Scrap. So a very, very fortunate moment. That could have been unreal. Well, for now, an open B-bomb site. That money window is about to pop.
Crazy needs to get one more.
Thieves on site. Here we go.
They're running it. Yeah, maybe a little bit too fast. Nice pick up there from Lurks, but Kenny, there for the trades, and the bomb is down, but you are just surrounded. The swarm of the Carolina players, all three of those players are already on top of that bomb site. I mean, that was the moment they see one, everybody there to get in the mix. No AR players top laundry. Nobody sort of, you know, sitting on their hands. That is activity coming through. And it's a fun battle because LAT, I mean, S&D has been their standout game mode and obviously still tied up. And this game has been an absolute battle. But, I mean, those blue arrows just swarming.
Yeah, that once they get going, and they fly in together. Exceed pulls up a little late, and he's like, hey, where is everyone? Ah, they're all dead. Good stuff, team. Wow, well, there we go. Tied up once again, equalized 4-4. Min-map hit right now from the Thieves.
Yes.
A bomb site now for the Ravens, and behind you at the pillars, how's Craze got one out of that? Man advantage for the Thieves is now gone. 2v2.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! He's just dumped on him. The smoke over the top. Abe goes wide. Nero! A single bullet is all he needs. Send it forward. Map point, Ravens.
Brother, deep it though. Nero's found some players willing to play at his pace. Also, I mean, I guess his point blank there with the hip fire, but hip fire in air like that is out of control. But that is, I mean, 10-4, tippable, and hounding a BZ as well. I mean, godlike plays rolling through.
Nah, this is messed up. Here we go. Look, straight from the hip. Wow. Hydra's just like, I don't know how he pulled that one off. And then, yeah, once you get the advantage on the BZ here, you were never going to let him get away with this one. He had the high ground, Tyler. And he really made it work.
Can he just get one
I
kill,
disagree.
please?
I think half the league lets a BZ get away. That gets weird. I think Nero is in a small category of players willing to play that confident.
Uh-oh. No, you don't care.
God,
you don't care. None of the Ravens care. They're pushing
my
forward.
God,
Your names
bro.
matter not to us. We want glory of our own. Kenny now in a 1v3 that he stands no chance in. Lurks with the aggression forward.
Give him
And
one,
the
bro.
Ravens will fly together. Here they come. Right over
Oh
the
my
top.
God,
Kenny
bro.
pinned
Why
down
can't you
and
get
taken
one,
care
brother?
of. The Thieves
Oh my
eviscerated
God.
in the last 2 rounds.
Dude, unbelievable.
Get
I
one,
mean,
dude.
not okay. I was saying it in
Get
jest at
fucking
the
one
start, but
kill,
they actually
bro.
Kind of do look like the best team in the game. Like, what are you gonna
Oh
complain
my
about?
God.
They're great plays the whole way through. Great rotations. Young players making these like heads up, high IQ, veteran style plays, and then the teamwork. I mean, extraordinaire is rolling through. Granted, we probably go to a round 11 if not for that Nero just sort of bailout moment where he's on top of things. But I mean, him and Craze there as a duo, 20-12 combined, and that's a map for LAT where they get the advantage in the old first blood category. Doesn't matter when the Ravens are flocking like that.
GG's, no flocks given at all there in the last 2 rounds of Raid. GG's, lads, that was a fantastic one. Well, I mean, lo and behold, a 2-0 lead in the series, Chance. Ravens, wow, they have put the Thieves to task. We're about to see one hell of a game of Overload. Scar coming up next. I'm a little speechless. How are you doing, mate?
Listen, they're undefeated on Scar Overload. I have no idea why LAT let this go through, but we're going to find out exactly how big of a problem that is. I was going to throw the break. Miles, pressure's on. You get 10. Good luck.
I will throw the break in a moment, Charles. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play ourselves another game of Overload. After this one, we find out who the best team in the game might be. Is it the Ravens? Let's find out.
Sorry, Travis. I heard the call and wasn't sure of the time. Oh, God!
controller of the CDL. Look like the pros to play like the pros. The CDL team skins are available now. Scan the QR code or check out the in-game store now. Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Come on, get to game 3, Chance. Very, very interested to see where we go from here. Welcome back to the Call of Duty League, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Miles, no relation to Bob, and his name is Chance, not the lovely square on the Monopoly board where you pick up a card for your troubles. How we feeling, chat? How we feeling, Chance? How we feeling, LA Thieves fans?
You'd think we'd like up your rap knowledge as we move into the future there, Miles, but I got to work on that in the background. What LA Thieves need to work on is their overload. They want to square up against Carolina on Scar, and this is a map Carolina are undefeated on. So scary moments here. And I saw Hixie tweeting about it, how Scrap and Exceed, I mean, it's been years of these, like going back to Challengers with these guys chirping endlessly. And you already know Exceed's probably in the game chat like crazy.
I hope so. I mean, do you remember there was a period of time where we could actually see exactly what was being said? I'm kind of glad we don't have that right now. But Scar Overload map number 3. This would be to complete quite the swift 3-0 over the LA Thieves for the Ravens. Goodness gracious, what a sentence that is in the year of our Lord 2026. Here we go. First ball's up. Let's get it.
Hey, I just want to get my own personal hot take out of the way. As good as Carolina have been, I think Toronto would body bag them, like low-key. Like, Carolina might be the best team in the game, but I think Toronto would be the hard counter. Just getting that
interesting. No, very interesting. Hey, the major one might give you exactly that, mate. Well, we've got the ball in possession now of the Thieves, making our way up that left lane. And they've got pretty far under the coverage of Hydra, trying to find those kills. Forward we fly, but not enough to get the kills. And there's too many Ravens to deal with now. Kenny on the tactical retreat, and simply too many guns to deal with. That play has been snuffed out. And out forward you go, Ravens.
Yeah, close but no cigar. Maybe just rushed it a little bit. LAT got in position, but bit off more than they could chew. Now Abizi, though, taking a bigger chomp. He's able to pick up 2 there in the feed. He's made it to top blue, and this is the position he wants to make his home. Good news for Lurks, though. He gets the trade. Problem is, though, Scrap still here. Another big 2.
Yeah, nice. Makes it 3. Great play. Great play. The ball's now making its way forward. There should be a capture on A. Nobody home for the Ravens. Off the backboard. Kenny gets the dive in there, gets the grab, and that's going to be the first score on the board for the Thieves.
And you had Carolina, a few of these moments on the map where they really trust each other to go and make the big play. So Lurks off spawn, over-rotates away from the ball. And, well, when Scrap is killing like this, that's going to be a problem. You got to be a little bit more careful on defense.
Another rally here. Opportunity. A Scrap over the top, and it's 2-0 to the LA Thieves early on here. A quick 3 dead. Make it 4 to the bottom spawn. That ball is going to be up and at the ready, but you are going to see all members of the Thieves up and at them, and they're going to find a couple of kills now, worrying about the next wave of Ravens players. Option towards the A goal as well right now, as this could get ugly, but nice work there out of Kenny. Takes care of another Scrap in the feed too.
Well, Thieves clearly came to play. First time we've seen them on this map, they're looking fantastic so far. Scrap, I mean, they've been taking turns running worlds. Kenny had the nice start, and both Hydra and Scrap have had their pop-off moments. And, I mean, I remember Hydra, you know, on Outback or Fortress, when he gets behind enemy lines, he could be a nightmare. This time gets dropped, and now it's a foot race. We're on the chase.
Well, you better kill him. If you don't, Kenny's got to go huge against 2 players there. So there was an opportunity for some real shenanigans there from the Ravens. That was an open lane. If they knew what we knew, we could be looking at 2-1 right now. But good job out of the Thieves. Oh, great work out of Hydra. His Hydra senses were tingling. He picked up that man in mid. Ball pick up now for the Thieves. Opportunity to make either goal a possibility. Can Kenny go large? He's getting big damage, but not enough for the kill. Thieves now stacking up towards the top side of the map. Here comes the next attack.
You can hear the trophy putting in some work, but unfortunate that the M15 just wins that gunfight up close. But trades rolling through, and the M15 also wins the gunfights at range. And Abizi, last man standing, just wants to play for kills.
He's got to hold on for a second. He can't make anything happen alone. Now, bear in mind, if the ball resets, it will go down low again. So we'll grab that sooner rather than later. There's the pickup. No, it's gone, actually. I take it back. It has been reset to the bottom side of the map. It looks as where Exceed could make something insane happen. He's trying to play for the kills first. I think Kenny did see in there, so this is a bit of a stalemate for now.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just dumbstruck, dude. Those shots were Abizi were just ridiculous. We always talk about the straightest shooters as like the AR players, but Easy low-key might be that guy.
Nero caught slipping or sleeping there on the floor. Aggression there towards the spawn of the Thieves. Not going to get anywhere for the Ravens, and they are very much back to square one. Craze, even in that further forward position, the furthest we have seen a Raven make the spawn of the Thieves. Now it's technically Lurks, but is it going to amount to much? We will see. But wait, it's an open goal. Oh my! Scrap has made it forward, mate. Run! The Ravens are behind you. This could be a goal. Scrap has done it. He's just snuck in and stole the third right from the Ravens.
Yep, him and Hydra managed to get behind enemy lines, and Carolina finally getting punished for it. Again, they have a lot of those moments where they sort of like overextend on the map, but traditionally they've made it work. Because even like number 3 on the minimap, they're just trying to get in the spawn and sort of set up these like score plays, and obviously you're down in overload. You're going to have to start taking these bigger risks, but that just leaves the map open. And now LAT get to play an easier game.
Oh, much easier game. Way easier, but could we see a little bit of a change here and a goal towards A? Scrap saves it. And the next man, I mean, that would have been a nice kill, but you'll take it for now. Lurks alone. Lurks dealt with. Final 17, and why not Thieves? Go on, lads. Make a case for it. You're going for the next goal. Hydra with a big damage. Abe looking to get the trades. Can't get the next one. The ball making its way forward. Can we get a goal? Big finish from Kenny over the top for number 4.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's a play out of Carolina's playbook as well. They're just executing it better. Hydra had at least 2, but multiple lives where he is just, again, trusting his teammates. Dude? I'm going to go inside of your spawn, and I'm going to create these open areas. So, red arrows, how often they're shooting people in the back.
You know, another fascinating thing to me here is that the Ravens, it's almost the inverse of Hardpoint, where you're counting the 3 deads. They're counting the 3 alives, and they are making moves, knowing full well that they've got a bit of space to work with here on Scar. Great stuff. Taking opportunities when the members of the Ravens are alive and well, trying to go for those goals. Really great work here in this game of Overload. 4-0, forcing halftime with seconds to spare.
I'm just trying to figure out why this is the first time LAT has played this map. They look fantastic. Like, this is going great for them. I mean, again, Carolina undefeated on it, but they've been given the hands.
Well, they're getting absolutely dealt with. You've got to see a very clean overtime finish here for the Ravens if they're going to get the win here. But Abizi, Abizi, still alive for a second longer there. Kenny on the big snap, fighting forward. Looking for the second man there. No, Scrap's going to take it. So now, fight your way forward, Thieves. They are stacked up here by the APC, by that tank. Not going to let anyone get through. Quick reset. Back to mid. Oh, dude.
Every single kill they get is just extra devastating. That's a clean 4 down in the feed. And you want to pick up the device or you want to play for kills? No, we're going to be going for it. Abizi has it in hand. And, I mean, he has no support. His teammates across the map. But the more time they waste, the better.
Yep. Talking about parking the bus on Scar. Quite a scary prospect. I'm not going to find another place that's a little easier to hold than your spawn, but we will see. Another 3 dead. Opportunity here for a 5th goal. Kenny caught unaware. Abizi fighting his way forward now. Swap over to the A side of the map. What a cross it is. Oh my goodness. Hydra's juked him. Oh dear. He's dancing. He's diving. And the spawns for A are great. So you may as well go to B. This is goal number 5. You slippery son of a gun. What a play.
Yeah, and look at that smile on Hydra, too. He knows he just got away with some crazy finesse. His movement's been getting better as well. The POV already starting to look nice and smooth from Hydra. Trying to get into that form. I mean, this is running the show. I mean, just completely taking over. That is score number 6, and this might just be an angry LAT. We're spawn killing now.
Oh, yeah, now we're in it. We are in the gills of the Ravens. I know, guys. The Ravens don't have gills. But these ones do now, because Kenny's got right in there. Lurks brings him down finally. Exceed manages to get himself in the wrong part of town, but you're just in that, mate. Not a great place to be. Abizi is still applying pressure. Bottom side spawn now for the device, as we now battle in. Ravens getting a couple. We've still got the next wave of Thieves members to deal with, and Kenny finds number 26.
Yeah, this is an absolute beatdown. Just a victory lap. Try to just win gunfights like that. Yep. So you have all the confidence in the world for map number 4. LAT, dude. I mean, flip the switch, crank up the pressure, start dancing with them. But this is a flowy team right now.
They're having so much fun. So much fun. 6-0. Come on. Kenny, come on. They can't get close. Wait. He slipped through. He slipped through. Surely you stop this one. No way. He hits the slide. Ah! Kenny, what a play for 7. It's a little too much fun. And Scrap, he's lining up for the 8th as well. He wants it. It's a 1v1 in the middle of the map. Go on. Fight for this one. Kenny's going to call in the streaks. That's going to get rid of the players he on spawn. Oh, goodness gracious. Another 3 dead. Rancid display from the Thieves. They are back in this series.
Yeah, and we are very close to the point where LAT, all 4 of them, could set their controllers down and they would still win this game. This has been running. Dude, I checked it for what it's worth. They've banned this map 3 times, or like vetoed it. So it's their most vetoed overload map, and right now I have no idea why.
Not anymore, it's not. Well, we haven't got the 8th yet. I mean, the game is over. The game is over, ladies and gentlemen. Thieves have certainly run it up. The Ravens don't want to become another team to get fully shut out here in an 8-0. There's not that many of them in the league. Oh, dear God. Oh, my word. Somebody pick up that EMP. Just for God's sake, put them out of their misery. Final minute. Trying to get in the history books here with this kind of performance on Hydra. 31-18 for Spree. Scrap in the middle. Looking to get anything done here. Oh my God, these gunfights are rancid.
Kenny went off.
I mean, you appreciate the teamwork out of Carolina, though. If you're getting fried, at least get fried together, you know?
Oh, goodness. Another one, and it doesn't like we're going to get that 8 score, but it's not out of the realm of possibility yet. Goodness, Thieves. Wow, this is exactly the sign of life you wanted. They are cooking right now. Final moments of this map. And we can successfully say that the towel has been thrown in. The Ravens are down and out here in Overload. Scar not treating them right. Yeah, closed for business. 7-0. What a bounce back from the LA Thieves. Well, we go to another hard point. And I tell you what, friends, that was a map.
Dude, I mean, that's just... I mean, we get to learn now, right? Because 5 rings on the team of LAT, multiple champions and multiple titles, a lot of veteran presence. They're down 0-2 in the series. We already know we can expect from these players the ability to bounce back. Like, watching these guys go on tears, make these highlight reel top plays, we've seen it over and over and over. What we don't know is how Carolina Ravens can handle that type of pressure, because, I mean, this is where the veteran presence actually really makes a difference, is the ability to restabilize after a map like that and refocus into map 4. So we'll see what they can bring to the table. And crazy, yeah, he just had a slow start, and then you're at overload, you're down a couple scores, you just have to run it down, which they tried. They gave it their best effort, but my God, these highlights. It's going to be a lot of Kenny and a lot of Hydra.
Well, those boys were having a very good time. Your Scuff, play of the game. Gosh, I don't know where we start. I may as well give them the whole map. Really impressive first half. The second half, though, was utter domination. These are all the goals. And what a highlight from this game of Overload. 3 dead after 3 dead. See big jumps there from Scrap on the slide. Kenny with a wall bounce there, or the wall jump rather, to get in for the 3rd goal. And again, domination from start to finish here on Overload.
Yeah,
but you are kidding me.
Yeah, fun captures as well. It's not just the bully ball. It's the finesse like this. If you're just showing the right side, nice little swing out towards left. The comms have to be on point towards Kenny or whomever for whatever direction Hydra wants to go. So I think maybe sort of 4 or 5 different styles of play LAT was just able to show off to a very high level.
Yeah, not Kenny with the 360 backslide goal. I mean, that is just... that's what Overload's all about. Well, Jeech. All right, well, we're going to a 4th map. And the guys are going to be feeling fantastic after that one. Damn good reason. But when we get back to reality, Den Hardpoint, Overload might have gone so well for the Thieves. However, Hardpoint, back at it. Blackheart was not great. Ravens ran that one from start to finish. Raid got real ugly real fast. Is this the beginning of the LA Thieves comeback chance? How we see in the Den go?
I mean, if Kenny's going to be shooting like that as an AR player, and Scrap certainly have some fantastic moments as well, I would have to imagine LAT are going to enjoy a much more structured map compared to Blackheart of map number 1. So maybe enjoying the map picks. And even just to acknowledge an overload performance like that from LAT, I mean, that is a little bit spooky for the rest of the league in a sense that, like, pick and bans are going to be that much more difficult.
Yeah, again, it's that sort of combination of a perfect flow state moment where you got two players in their absolute element who are seemingly unkillable. So I don't know. Yeah, you start to think about things a little differently. Map 1, this is how it went for Exceed and Nero. Exceed was on one, 2 Hellstorms to his name, massive damage there, and great hill time. So both of our hot shooters there for the Ravens, they will be soaring on their way into this game of Den. But Chance Den, very, very different hardpoint style of map. Who knows? I mean, 163 was all that the Thieves could muster there. We're going to see how this one goes.
Yeah, and we already talked about the confidence of Carolina and their S&D, willing to make these high aggressive plays. Well, the confidence of LAT as well. They were down in their series yesterday. Like, they lose the map 1 in a very tough fashion against Boston, laughing it off. Immediate bounce back in the map number 2. They lose an overload in dramatic fashion. They had the bus parked on them with 4 minutes left. They lose that map. They laugh it off. I mean, this is a team that maybe has faced more criticism than any other so far this year. I mean, everybody was on them, but, I mean, ultimately, a 4-2 record, looking great so far, and the team clearly feeling good.
Yeah. I wonder what that does for the mental of these boys going in. And again, this is for the other side. Ravens, you've now taken a hefty loss. That 7-0 was a little bit more than just a round loss. That was style points. That was an ego hit. Will they be able to bounce back and they roll straight back into this Den? Business as usual. We will find out. No cookies crumbling in this series. We are going to see if this team is made of the real tough stuff. Still, match point for the Ravens. Here we go.
Yeah, opening break as well, Carolina. You do not want to lose it. If LAT can continue on that momentum, a terrifying sight. 4 men straight through. They're flying at them. Kenny there for 2, couple trades rolling through, and they win the salvo. It is immediately LAT. No time wasted. Back in the top.
Couple of big kills as well. You know, kept that hardpoint very much safe and sound as they isolate the angles at which the Ravens can attack from. They haven't accounted for number 3 though. Craze. He's going the way round, way back. Abizi picks it up. Right time. Perfect timing. Now through the front, the Ravens have got an opportunity. Yeah, they start to overwhelm the defenses there of the Thieves, and they should be able to at least get some time, if not keep them off of it.
Yeah, nice shots out of Lurks to try to restabilize. I think after a beatdown like that in the overload, someone for Carolina gonna have to step up to the plate. And if you try to step up, you got to be worried about Kenny. Collapse those 2 players, and LAT not gonna be playing for the spawns, but they certainly have more bodies around the top.
Okay, can they get as much damage as he can towards the back line. Able to get Abe 1 or nearly the 2nd. Big nades though, and nice. Nero and Exceed clean the hard point. What a break. Oh dear goodness. That's your time now. Ravens trying to push this a little further forward. Lurks there with a couple of ring-a-ding-dings into the head of that member of the Thieves. Now on the left flank, Craze. Oh, can't get anything done. Abizi cuts him down. An immediate turn. Can Tyler Farris get 2? He sure can. Next man on point. Abizi has just ripped the Ravens wide open.
Oh, this is disrespectful. Yeah, Scrap is the first player to actually go on a pinch. They just straight up bullied them away from it. 4-man hitting the front, and even with Hydra 0-4, LAT have the lead. Well, now they're teammating each other. So, hey, Carolina, take the gift. You want the final 10. And if you can win that rotation, that'd be even better. It's a bit of a foot race. And I think Carolina know they're going to end up a man down since Exceed is getting that scrap time. You're playing for kills first.
Hey, you take the lead, but at what cost will you win the rotation? Man through middle now. Nero on the attack. Craze on time. You've got 1. Oh, Abizi back at it. Gets traded out. And now it all comes down. There we go. The last man of the Thieves cleaned up. Counter-attack now on. Will the Thieves get the immediate break back? And nearly. Craze, though, holding the line. Brought down again on the immediate trades. Lurks now getting involved. Oh, and they've jumped right over his head. Another swap.
Yeah, that would have been scrapped there for all 4. That is, I mean, again, maybe just a skill diff moment. Gives you 1 with the nade as well. That was a key moment as well, because Carolina were able to flip the spawns, technically win that rotation, and get a setup as well. Scrap, though, well, he is just a juggernaut. Breaks it all down and keeps his team on top.
Oof. 12-7, Charles. That's a old school internet joke for you out there. He's the juggernaut. It is the Juggernaut. I'm not going to say the next bit. We're going to keep fighting our way towards the next hard point, though. Quick shots there out of Nero. Backline traded out by Honest Abe. 12 and 6 on a 4 spree. New hard point is open and ready for action. But the Ravens, once again, they will be the first team in there. And Lurks lurking. Can he get any more out of this life? Nothing but damage. Craze with a sweet nade will push those players from cover. Oh, Exceed on the flank dealt with. And that is going to be that. Hard point break good for the Thieves.
Yeah, we've lost the thread. I mean, listen, Hydra might be 2 and 7. Craze is 3 and 12. And Exceed has been a little bit off as well. I think that last map maybe gave LAT too much confidence to work with. Carolina now trying to reset and go for the team hit, but falling one by one like dominoes. Lurks and Craze able to show up there in the feed, but with more distant spawns, yeah, they just do not have the pressure.
Man, you nearly got the second man as well. Scrap in a perfect position to get a lot of damage, but no kills. Oh, the immediate transition from Kenny gets one. Kenny, can he get the next man? Holding it together, Thieves. What a brilliant hard point this has been for them. Big flank taking place through the middle of the map now, but look at that route from Hydra. He's playing for P2 before number 1's even popped.
Yeah, and we've seen, what, Abizi pick up this exact route prior on the hill number 1, and, well, Exceed's trying to do it. You're juggling there with the timing, and he does make the read. So Carolina start the hill off right, get the first 2 kills. And hey,
good luck.
First set of rotations. LAT had him beat by about 50. A nice 3-piece right there from Lurks, though. And Carolina finally can take a breath, calm your way through this, and restabilize this on P1.
Well, yeah, we are back. We are back. Lurks. Good shots into the next man. Contest. Here on time. Over the top goes Nero. Good coverage from Exceed. That is the break, and that's a good 10-ish seconds before the thing really get into the mix.
Or what? Just gonna bully out through the front again. A lot of damage rolling through, but Exceed last man standing. Final 12 seconds, so not a ton of time there by LAT, but they actually win the foot race over towards New. Scrap gets in a lobby first, and great shots. Abizi wins the gunfight on the new time, and just like that, you have cleaned house. You've secured the spawns, and LAT killing the momentum of the Ravens.
They're trying. They're not done yet. Abizi drops a detonate inside time, destroys his own trophy. Unfortunate moment, but Scrap picks up a nice kill, picks up some damage over to Hydra. Beautiful work on the wall bounce, the rear wall bounce as well. Insane tech just to stay alive for a second longer. Nero with a banging nade. Wow, 3 for the Emperor. A 5 spree and his hard point.
Yeah, and Miles, you saw that from start to finish. The drop nade of Abizi unfortunately kicked off that sequence, but Carolina needed it. Just as you want these final 20 seconds that they're not going to get, you get run over. And the bully ball is crazy. LAT going to go into new time with, what, a 65-second lead, and one set up here first. A great corner there out of Scrap.
I mean, that was a moment of my bad. Don't worry, guys. We'll fix that in 10 seconds' time. They really did. Perfect stun connection there. Hydra now on 9 HP. Will get his. Nearly. Will not get his 4th kill in a row, but his teammates there to pick it up. Hydra down over to Kenny, fills that hole on the right-hand side. Dojo now. The flank taking place on the other side also, so the gate cleared out by Abe. Back to Dojo. Hydra on that flank. You should be able to take care of at least one front here, but the hard point has been cracked open. Here we go, Ravens. You are fighting desperately to get back into this one. We have certainly ruffled the feathers of the Ravens after that game of overload. Still battling, still on time. Thieves are there.
No, I mean, they're cooking. Scrap made sure, again, him and Exceed do have a bit of a history. Scrap opened up this map and the previous one, making sure his teammates get off to a hot start, and his teammates have delivered. Kenny, that's a minute and 40 now in Hill. Abizi. I mean, not just this map, looks to be hitting form in its entirety. But LAT happy to trade away these final 10 seconds if they can win that rotation. It's one man to beat in Nero, and actually, they're going to lose a couple of those spawns, so Carolina going to be able to battle through this one on P4. That's not a good start.
Not yet. Hail of gunfire now from Scrap. Just to keep those players out of it. Oh, and buy time for Abizi to get into the mix. There we go. Gives Craze his 24th death and another 4 down for the Ravens. Goodness gracious. Scrap now trying to pick up these players and making their way forward. Noel's getting to the hard point now without a little bit of trouble. And Nero cut down now. He has been slowed massively. There's 35 seconds left of time here. Scrap wins that fight on the other side of the map. Another magnificent hold from the LA Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking good. I don't think there's anything Carolina can really do at this point. Just too clean of a game. Scrap just getting out so much damage and slowing these players down. I mean, this is looking hopeless. And this is also back-to-back maps where Craze has just been given the hands. Gonna be a tough one to bounce back from as a Beezy. I mean, this is what, stage 1, and he already is hitting pretty high level of form.
It took a minute to get the chem right. It took a minute to figure out how to get things going. It took a minute the Thieves to find some success, but now that they've got it, let's see them hold on to it. To a game 5, we will shortly roll. Absolute dominance on Den. This series, an important one at that. And what a comeback from the Thieves in this series. The dreams of the reverse sweep are still theirs. And fear might be the mind killer, but confidence is absolutely what got the Thieves to this point. That game of Overload, we're going to look back at that one with a real joy. 2-2, game 5 on its way.
And listen, the map number 2, that S&D we saw, it was a battle. It was back and forth. If it wasn't for Nero basically getting that 1v3, could have gone to a round 11. That is a situation, though, where LAT play incredible S&D so far this year. Carolina took the battle to them. Can they play with that level of confidence in a map number 5? And Craze will be the player to watch. Back to maps, where he's going about double neg. Certainly feeling the heat is Scrap and Abizi combined for 60. I mean, that is elite work from LAT.
Oh, yeah, elite is the best way to describe it. Wow, fantastic. It was close, and we didn't get too far.
God damn it. Yes!
Clean it up. Search and destroy. Destroy the objective. Bomb acquired.
Waypoint set.
Bomb carrier down.
That's so stupid, bro. You're a fucking dick. So fucking dumb. He didn't even fucking double jump like it showed on my goddamn screen. Fucking stupid.
and destroy. Defend the objective. Enemy UAV detected. Hostile counter UAV above.
Shut the fuck. No, just kidding. If I want to drink, I want to drive. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Hydra's got himself position. Crazy's going to get a quick plant down now. The shuffle here from the Ravens is going to be big, but you are rolling together, LA Thieves. You are looking for those kills as a unit. Who will be the unit for the Ravens? Okay. I guess not.
Whoa.
Good slammage there from Craze. Not going to let that kill get away from him. Man advantage to the Thieves. 25 on the clock. Oh, wait. Back and forth we go. They haven't accounted for Craze. He can still check the bomb from here. This could go massive.
He just got good timing.
Here he goes. Craze.
Oh my god.
So sneaky. So dangerous. And that is his round with the old flying shot punch. Craze. What a bounce back.
And yes, it cannot be understated how important that is for Craze. He just got slaughtered the past 2 maps. Needed to be there. And you could even see that first gunfight he had in P1. A little bit shaky, a little bit off. Once you get that first one through, though, you are golden. Craze can take a big sigh. Nice, easy relief. He's back in the series.
Yeah, man, he hit him with that sort of like forward hit meteor smash. You know, the one that Mario has, and you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Round 2. Thieves on the attack here. 3-1, rip towards A. I wonder if Scrappy's got the boomstick out again. He's watching that top mid position. He does not. So out by the open air of Colossus we go.
Yeah, just waiting for any intel. I think all the Carolina players were able to dodge the stuns and nades as well. So you're working the map with basically no information. Scrap on the top side might fall into a trap if he gets too aggressive. And, well, the teammates working towards A, but they haven't made the call to plant just yet. And Scrap just gets amazing timing.
Oh my god, so good. Nero's like, wait! Slammed! Oh no! You gotta hold the position though. The Ravens gonna overtake the bomb site. Oh, wait, they overshoot the bomb! They overshoot the bomb and Hydra gets 1! Hydra now dancing, diving, dodging, and is he about to drive the dagger? The classic Hydra smoke. Oh my god! He's still going! There we have it. Finally, Craze tracks him down as Slippery man.
Like, bruh.
2-0 Ravens.
Yep, and shout out Exceed as well, I think. I know Craze is 5-0, so deserves a lot of credit, but while Nero was getting first blood on the top side of the map, on the bottom, Exceed able to pick up Kenny, and he's commenting that there's guys on the bomb. So all those blue arrows, Craze and Lurk start flying at it. And I know Hydra Houdini able to do a little bit of that disappearing after the smoke, but they just had the numbers, and they tracked him the whole way. Exceed spots him in the tunnel. He spots him when he slides back out. Might be tough to track, but you got the general vibe. Ravens, 2 solid rounds coming through.
Yeah, Craze went from chokeslam through the Spanish announcers table to now 5-0. Good stuff from him. Exceed here with a boomstick. Big old snipe moment. And Kenny's never going to repeat that. After he saw the glint of the snipe, it's done. Out by the B1 site, we might be thinking about a move here, but again, not a huge amount of motion from either squad.
First gunfight.
Under the bench, maximum level scum. I love it.
What?
Oh, coverage from Lurks, but I felt like he had the kill anyway. Lurks is still going. Ain't no way he got that. Kenny.
Okay.
Makes it a 1v1. Holy Kenny. Makes it one hell of a 1v1. What an insane round.
Dude, fried him as well. That second guy got zippity zapped. Kenny stepping up for the team when they need him most. A 1v3, and how quick of a clutch that was. Exceed ended up chasing a ghost.
Zippity zappity. Sheets got crapadied. I'm not here today. It's
I'm wearing the
day.
sweater, Miles. You can let me handle it. It's all good.
You got this, bro. This game 5.
Right now, yeah. This game, we're heating up.
This game 5. Oh, let me tell you. Well, we put the crazy spree of craze to bed. Scrap. Oh, dear. Man, you could have got intel. I think Nero saw him. Stun certainly helps. The classic two-man position on the right-hand side there. Zabizi going to check this corner. He saw him. Backs up. Scrap gets the gun there in time, but it's Craze with the first blood. He doesn't manage to get the kill. He's been stunned and he's been dealt with. Hydra now trying to pick up something. He's picked up nothing. Lurks is there. And now it's a 2v1. Can Kenny strike again?
Well, bomb down. They're going to be watching this like a hawk. He's taking the deep route, though, so Kenny might be able to get the drop on Nero. And wow, talk about those spidey senses. Kenny could have had the angle. They both get inside. They're playing corners.
Definitely see the bomb, though. Oh, good God. Kenny gets the damage link for the wall bangs. You know, they're both there. And it would have been such an amazing kill to get at least one of them, but the Ravens survive. No shenanigans.
And that's either good instincts or good communication from those final two Ravens players, because if Nero stayed outside, I think Kenny did take the perfect route. And even then, Nero needed the reaction time to be able to slide away, but you stop the Kenny Madness. You got a 3-1 lead and active on the top side of the map. That defensive strat pays off. And fun fact, you actually can jump around like off the map on the backside of that like submarine. It's not easy to do, and you can only do it from the defensive side, I believe, but if you want to throw that tool in the back pocket, you can make something magical happen.
Speaking of magic, no team kills in that situation for the Ravens with a delightful first blood. Uh-oh. The delight is come to a swift and evil close. But wait. Exceed. Trying to make something happen there. Kenny. Good work there out of the LA Thieves. That was a fast turnaround from them.
Yeah, defensive bang out. Hydra ends up getting the final kill from the spawn, but Hydra was able to get 3 in that round. Maybe caught a player up, I think both around like tunnel or statue area, but that is a full stack. LAT, that's actually been the name of the game for them on defense. Whether it be a quad stack over on the B site and work the pinch through there, but whatever strat they're going with, they are certainly doing things together.
Another round here with a slight advantage, it feels like, for the Ravens, but it could be anyone's search and destroy here. Both our squads putting on one hell of a show for us on this snowy day across most of the United States. Deep defensive line here for the Ravens. Slow on the attack come the Thieves through the outside towards B. First blood. Wow. Nero. Unreal kills. And Kenny gets a little bit of damage there, but you have to now lick your wounds and cut your losses over towards the A-bomb site immediately. But is it a back and forth? Are we going to yo-yo this? I don't think they are. They're going to commit towards A. Hydra on that flank is not going to be involved in this fight. We need him for the trades. In we go. Over the top. Hydra sends it. He cuts down 2 somehow. Airborne. Last man, Nero. And he's fighting. And he's down. Great counterattack from the LA Thieves.
Oh my God, yo, Hydra is just fighting extra levels of verticality to it. I mean, Craze just It's a good spot in theory, but not if someone can be 50 feet in the air, because just straight over the top. So the mini-map looks crazy, and that is a huge round. I mean, what, 2 clutches right now coming through from LAT? It's the only way they've been successful. And poor Exceed is thinking that the 2 players in front of him watching that cross will be able to help. As it turns out, only the shoelaces you could spot on Hydra.
That's crazy, yeah. It's like, don't worry, I'm the guy at the back. I'll throw the nade for you boys. Wait, he's here. Oh, man. 3-3. You're in game 5. What a brilliant game. Lurks with the early intel.
Dude,
Frag's going to find no one.
They're spreading the map, playing for picks. How's this going to pan out for them?
I don't recognize them anymore, man. Who are these guys?
Is this
well, Hydra?
One Ravens?
Push. Well, there we go. Exceed starts things off. Advantage is going to go very far for them while Kenny trades out. Kenny's going to get the regen. Over towards the B-bomb site we now go, but you don't have the bomb, lads. The Ravens, they lose Craze. They lose their objective moment. Oh, can they pull the Thieves back and forth and give themselves an opportunity to recover?
I mean, they get that first blood. If you just start a trade fight over near the bomb site, Carolina win the round. Instead, they're getting hunted. Scrap is hot on the chase.
And he's getting 2 here. He's got him. Wow, good stuff. Last man over the top. Big damage. Never going to lose that fight. Thieves take the lead.
Dude, and this is what I'm talking about. On that raid, it is every single round Carolina breaking out a confident strat, playing with aggression, playing together. Now they let Kenny clutch a 1v3. They threw away a 3v4 advantage that they had in the previous round, and now starting to feel the heat just a little bit. And it's LAT clearly playing with more confidence. And if you got your main AR that is leading the charge like that, LAT solving the game. Again, we haven't seen him on Colossus, but it is been banned 3 times against them. Say that 3 times fast.
It has been banned 3 times against them. 3 times. What a transition. That flipped me out there, man. Who hit the FDL from one side of the map to the other? Hi, my name is Abisi. I am the first blood guy. Oh, dear. Abe's looking at a possible flank here on the player by top mid. And now the tour begins. Ravens have cleaned out the wrong side of the map. At the very least, they've cleaned it. Oh, spotted out. Exceeds in trouble now.
Yeah, LAT just breaking them. A reverse sweep and gonna have a 5-3 lead, bar some insanity. Nero forced to back down, and I mean 30 seconds at least. Exceed and Nero working together, but you're basically having to retake what, statue or P2, and you have just no time to work with. It feels like.
You got to go for this hit and run, but you've run a little too long. Over the top, it's going to be Exceed on Overwatch. Nero hoping to catch these players out quickly, and that's not going to be it. Exceed at least gets 1. Backs away, takes some tags, full regen. Not enough time for the defuse. That is that. Match point, LA Thieves. It just feels like they can't lose right now. The confidence is there. Ravens, can you pull it back?
I mean, I'll count about early. It doesn't feel like they can. It looks like they've just been broken by LAT in this situation. I mean, even in that 2v3, not even an attempt to win that round. Not a good try. They didn't even get to like near the bomb until there's only 17 seconds left. They had the early lead on this map. They gave away a 1v3, and since then, it has been lambs to slaughter. LAT around the way from finishing off their split 5-2 towards the top of the league.
One final battle towards A. They're all going in together. And the opening salvo of fire certainly paying off for the LA Thieves. Their fire superiority. And now the flank is set in motion. Hydra can only find 1. Over the top comes Scrap. Traded out all over to Abe. He's now found himself behind the members of the Ravens. It's going to be a 1v1. Over the top. Tyler Ferris loses the fight. Oh, the Ravens live to fight another round.
Okay, Exceed, I see you. Good shots, good positioning there. And whoever had the read there on the pinch. I mean, Hydra gets that first one for free, but that second guy was ready for that doorway. Whether that's a good read or good reaction time, Carolina survived that onslaught.
Whoa.
That was a nervy moment, indeed.
Unreal. Oh, man, it was a bullet missed. A single bullet missed. Not the case there for Exceed. Catches a headshot. The double X there rings out. Well, still match point for the LA Thieves. Another attack, this time not as direct. We're not going to be as head-to-head as we were on the A side. But Hydra! A first blood. Takes a little bit of damage as well, and there's going to be a player to his immediate right over the top. Nero now. He's going to stay alive with good coverage, but wait. Another smoke play. A quick reshuffle in this 3v3. Exceed finds another. 2v2. Kenny with the immediate trades.
Scrap is distant. They spot each other. Scrap, this is 1v2 form. It's yep, and they catch them. We might just be going to a round 11 unless Kenny can call game here.
Kenneth Williams with the bomb plant. Exceed on an absolute tear. There's the quick plant, and he does have full pockets to work with. Concussion and a frag grenade to his name. A little bit of that Kenny magic. 35 to go. Oh, God. They're diffusing. Check it. Can't see it. Can't see it. Craze is going to get away with this. Round 11, we go. Oh, gosh, no. We're going the distance, Chance. Every single step of the way, this series has delivered. One final round.
Lock it in. Round 11. What's the play call? 8-man hit P1. I don't care. Get everybody involved. No trophies. If you throw a trophy, you're a coward.
That's a decent amount to unpack there. Sorry, bro. One final round. Oh, come on. Here we go. Oh, we're doing it. We're going away. The Ravens, slight disconnect. Thieves, we're all in. All bets are off. Opening kill goes to Craze. Trade is there from Abizi, and it's a back and forth kill feed. Scrap alone! The Ravens! They come out on top in what a bloodbath it was on Colossus. Heads be scratching, but the Ravens come out on top in round 11.
They're the best team in the game. No, listen, what a fun series they just had. They're going to be able to throw up that 5-2 record. They remain perfect in their record after making the roster change. They fought off the onslaught from LAT, working on that reverse sweep, and that is a lightning fast round that just ended it for the round 11. Carolina, still a lot to learn. Like, this is a series they need to go back and make some adjustments for, rewatch the Scar, rewatch that Den hardpoint, because clearly things need to be worked on, but ultimately that is Exceed balling out and dancing on him towards the end. 14 kills, not a record, but not far from it. The new man on the roster has transformed this team.
Your Majesty, Exceed. We were in La La Land for a moment, but that round 11 pulled us right back to reality. Unbelievable. The Carolina Royal Ravens, they haven't looked this good since the start of Black Ops 6, and even before that, it was the London Royal Ravens. God almighty, brother, going to this major there. They got something going on here. They got something going on here. Desk, take us away. What a game.
Undefeated in the lead, Exceed has come back up from challengers and made a statement. He is the second coming of Neptune, I feel like. The man made a statement last year. Exceed says, it's my turn, buddy. Dropping 14 with 1,600 damage. Rosalie, I want to start with you because we couldn't have asked for a closer game. Going to a round 11 in a game 5.
I mean, just the equalizer and Exceed is really all I can think about. You know, you're giving LA
Wow. Did you just get the first down? Oh god, thank god he didn't. He misses it. He misses it. He misses it. He's gonna miss it. Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god, thank god he missed that. Oh my god, my cheeks were clenched. Oh my god.
Performance is trending below acceptable thresholds.
What the bullshit? What the fuck did I just mantle? Bro, they cannot get fucking open for this guy, bro. That's actually crazy. They don't even know where the ball's landing. Oh, please get an interception or something.
A gun game.
Oh my god! That's game over. That's game over. That's game over. That's game over. Called that shit, baby. Super Bowl bound, baby. Super Bowl bound, baby. They doubted me. They said they wouldn't make it. And they gon' do it. Soft schedule this, soft schedule that. They just mad because they team ain't in the Super Bowl. Ooh, I'm gonna watch the rest of this now. Victory lap. Victory lap. They can just get a first down and then just kneel the ball 3 times. Boom, boom, run the clock down. Game over. Super Bowl. Haters mad right now. Haters mad right now. They're like this. They're like that. They're like, why I oughta. That's what.
Clean it up, J-Sock.
Loss versus G2 last week, so I think they want to right the wrongs off that one.
I hear that, yeah, especially just kind of, stop the doubts that were coming through. I mean, to be fair, again, every top team has lost to an unexpected opponent.
Yeah.
But coming out and losing to G2, and then if you were to come out and struggle versus Vancouver, I think it would really raise some panic going into the major, at least in certain regards. I wouldn't, sell the farm or anything like that, but it definitely wouldn't feel comfortable, especially like you mentioned, hey, we're vying for a top spot to kind of match up with the other top teams that are out there, give ourselves a little bit of freedom in that bracket, if there is such a thing in this current standings. But here we go, trying to lock things in. It's FaZe Vegas taking on Vancouver's Surge. Exposure hardpoint, let's get it on.
I'm always down for the underdog story, Al. I just need to see Vancouver Surge today be a team instead of 4 players loading into a rank play game. already off to a great start, as that is going to be the case. Team shots through top window. You take top mid connector. Then you focus the rest over towards low dirt. So 4 day, at least a good time already.
Yeah, and you know, the other point about this Vancouver team that Ant brought up, like the individual pieces have all shown that they can hang at this level, but sometimes it feels like they just get a little bit too loose, like they're trying to do too much. Trust each other, find a way to build a system. That's the one thing that's been missing for the Surge, and so far, to your credit, Jay, that system has worked out very nicely over the top of P1. Rotation now underway towards 2, and I will say for Vancouver, that has to be priority number 1. They are by far the worst rotating team in the league, but this has been pretty solid for them to start.
Yep. And a map like Exposure, you're winning rotation, you're most likely going to win the map. So already off to a good start, like you said, as Surge chain that P1 to this P2. FaZe have the Swans over towards Solar side, but team kills galore. Everybody dropping like flies. Thankfully, 0-4 is able to catch one, so you still maintain the Swans, but Surge is still maintaining the hill time.
Yeah, Gwen 6-1, looking for the other. Ooh, almost snaps up top. Forces one player kind of outside the lines, where TJ is able to at least confirm the kill, but Vegas will still be able to break up the hard point. 30 seconds to fight. A couple of seconds now starting to come in favor, as FaZe is largely just right all over the middle of the hill. Not really trying to zone out too much at this point, looking for new. That allows Lunars to jump on in. He's up and over, trying to finish off his food, but can't quite do so, and Vegas will hold on.
Yeah, Vegas going to get this final 15 seconds. Only going to be down 15 going over towards P3. But Vancouver aren't willing to give up this side of the map for free. They're still pressuring old while they have players off the rotation. But one player slipped on by, and now you're losing those gunfights at that old time. What is it going to do to the spawns? 2 people out. FaZe have the numbers to get the break here.
Yeah, and Surge just making sure they're not hitting through that mid-pinch. Now they can turn their attention to the back doors. Quinn, first contested for the defense of this hill. Only gets 1. Not only mentioning, has Vancouver been one of the worst rotating teams in the league, they're also one of the worst holding teams in the league. So it just continues to, you know, pile against them. Although this route from Abe opens up a little bit of space to now allow the rest of Surge to hit from the front. Sit stunned up, trying to find some sort of safety inside the hill. Won't be able to, and that's enough for Vancouver to get a break.
Let's
go.
They
find the opening kill out of a long
Haters
route through the
mad,
backside, and stuns and nays play a big part to FaZe not being able to hold that down.
Haters
Vancouver
mad.
now looking a little bit more in sync early on into
AFC
this game.
champs.
But FaZe are not willing to give this up for free. Still
And he
pressuring
jumped
the old time. A
offsides.
pinch here from 0-4. Still in control of the spawns as well, because the boost is already outside at the next
Good route.
HP. So Vancouver now have to work the OE.
Yeah, great route from 0-4, but he doesn't get TJ down. Abuza now the next one up. And, ooh, did not expect that TJ was playing that close onto the barrels. So Draza will have to try to make safe the spawns. Not going to be able to, as TJ's now on 3 in a row. Brilliant moment here for Vancouver, finding success from the front of the hill. They've also got isolation on the remaining FaZe members, but Vegas quick off the front-sided spawns are here to contest again.
Yeah, you're still alive if you're Abuza. You were one of the players that originally still spawned towards the backside off of the life that Draza had, and now you and Draza combined the Zaza duo.
What they gonna say now?
For 3 in the feed, make it all 4. Spawn secured for Vegas. The lead change about to come in for Vegas, and now Vancouver trying to work through side door.
Yeah, have to pretty much flood this. See if they can get some good timing to hit from the front doors while hitting from the side, but not fully working out. Lunars is able to provide 1 elimination and a couple more on the outside, but FaZe are already bumping the hard point and working on rotation. So they will get the scrap time, grow their lead, and also at least find 1 shutdown on the rotation to new.
Yeah, that's a big gunfight already, because that one player is going to spawn all the way at that old time, so you know you have the man advantage. You already find kill number 2, and now you got this pinch developing from 0-4. You're going to completely be caught off guard, but thankfully he runs out of bullets, and there's a simp in play. So FaZe technically win the rotation over towards new, or find an early break, whatever you want to think, but they are locking this one down.
Yeah, and then Abuza and Draza can just keep their ARs now up over towards mid-map. Allow your SMGs to stay safe inside the hard point. Abuza a little worse for wear after that last gunfight, but able to get the regen and then immediately turn his attention up to Lunars, who was trying to find some elevation change, but denied. So now Vancouver in a problematic spot. 25 seconds on old. You don't want to let this TAM go for free, but they're just not finding the kills they need to get full clearance to at least allow them time on this old time. Draza up and in. No, not quite. And now a moment starts to develop here for Vancouver to try to get us at least back to more relative terms.
Yeah, you take the last 10 seconds, and now off that first set of hard points, it was Vancouver who won the rotation to P2 and P3. Gave them a little bit of lead. But at the ending of P3, you lose the final 15 seconds, and then you lose the rotation of P4 and P5. That's why FaZe have the lead that they do, because you haven't been able to successfully find a break So now going into this second set, your main priority is doing the same exact thing. And with trophy systems, we need a better hold at this go around. But FaZe is just continuously trading in the kill feed. 2-2 split. No one on the top for now.
Oh, we need to have that one back if you're Abe. Abuza follows with the kill of his own, but Vancouver can still stay healthy inside the hard point, at least for now. Abuza clearing off the side rail, then goes up top, but Gwyn with the shutdown. Leads to now Vancouver a bit further outside the picture than they'd like. 120 plays 88, and Vancouver's trying to develop some sort of a route here as they've got Lunars from the low ground, but doesn't have an angle, and as he jumps up to try to contest the hill, he will fall, and FaZe will have the numbers.
Yeah, they have the numbers, can walk away with this last 10 seconds. They already know that Vancouver are going to be early off the rotation anew. And now with that Swan coming in for Draza, everyone else head on a swivel. Turn over to the opposite side. Wait for me to be the initiator. And that's the same thing that Abe is calling on the opposite end. He finds 2. Vancouver win the rotation, and Vancouver had the better side of the map as well.
Yeah. So they'll get this to within 30 points, maybe even better than that, as FaZe are trying to develop something largely through mid.
Big read.
Trying to sniff out a win from the front, not able to. And that will be a clean kill feed for FaZe. All 4 of the Vancouver Surge members will drop, and FaZe can start working on these spawns to manipulate them in and out.
That was a massive read right there out of Abuza to find that initial kill, because he was the guy trying to break you down off of a dirty pinch. And then you send in Sim to find in 3, and now spawns flip on its head. Vegas have an opportunity to blow the game wide open. Still a good chunk of time here. 20 seconds and fighting. All of Vancouver trying to attack from the front. Stens and nades are connected and get them out the time for now. But the big picture, FaZe have the money hill with trophy systems. You got to get a break early.
Yeah, good chow there onto Abuza, who is lucky to find the first. Simp feeling the pressure, trying to Semtex out the corner and predict some jump downs, but doesn't even need to. 04 is working with it. And finally, the last gunfight will develop inside the hill. Open up the control room to FaZe's name. Spawns are still in for the time being, but Lunars is working on that while the rest of the Surge trying to hit from the front.
Gotta play it patient. Look for an initial kill, and you don't even trade Simp at 23 HP. Now you have to be a lot quicker on the flank, and Lunas doesn't check the right spots. Clean first hold there from FaZe. Now spawns are still being split. 2 from the front, 2 from the back. Simp, your job alongside 04 is just don't let us pitch us from top window. The AR's got the back door.
Yep, and they absolutely do. Plus, you get TJ on rotation. So, Vancouver were fighting, but now it's turning into a runaway, kind of as you predicted, Jay. I mean, look at the setup behind this hill with 13 seconds. 04, Simp, both making sure nobody hits early routes. Vancouver will get some really clean clearance, though, on the outside of that last bit of time. So, they have an opportunity to get across the map, but they need to win these gunfights. Maybe easier said than done.
It's all about these key fights off the rotation, and they do not win a single one. The only one that finds one is TJ at the old time. But now FaZe have the spawns. They have the bodies to reinforce. You just don't have the body to trade aid currently, as he's still making something out of nothing, but eventually gets overwhelmed and FaZe are in.
Yeah, we're just not hitting routes to stop these spawns around the back either. So as much as Abe's moment is decent for a 1v multiple, and he gets 2, those members for FaZe just spawn right back up and are immediately back into the hard point. So the route's just a little bit too one-dimensional. Vancouver now in desperation mode. 20 seconds till the fight, and we're all running in through the front door because we have to. And FaZe are very prepared for that, as there is a smoke embellishing most of that front. Small mistake there, but it shouldn't really determine the outcome of this game by any stretch of the imagination.
Let me find out. Vancouver says, screw this. I need to get a break on the hard point. I'm throwing with the smoke. Down 60 now. And we got rotation. We might have just made the play, baby. Just got to maintain top mid. And so far, lighting up the kill feed is going to be Mr. Halley, but Draza, all it takes is 1 kill. You get him off the time. Now you're holding across. Teammates able to reinforce.
Yeah, and then Abuza just able to assist on that play. Draza shutting down Gwyn through mid-map. Just not winning gunfights, Jay. That's pretty much what you could say about that. 04 running and gunning, making sure Vancouver can not get a look down from this mid-ground position. But a couple of kills do come through, so Vancouver could contest. But Simp has an AR, and he will use that to great effect. Last player down low in Lunars will drop. FaZe could still win here, but the lead is just feeling very insurmountable.
Yeah, they can just run it up, close out the game here. Last push for Vancouver is going to be through the front. You have some players developing on routes, trying to take some top mid control, but these routes might be too damn long. FaZe only need 3 seconds.
Yeah, and they're going to get it pretty cleanly. So, yeah, really the story of the map right there, Vancouver fighting, but too many key moments where it just FaZe are playing good macro hardpoint, where they're controlling spawns, giving themselves an advantage even when things get mixy from the front. Vancouver, essentially near the end, they're kind of forced to have to play aggressively to get to whatever time they can, but it just was not enough to flip around the status of, spawns and then leading to hardpoint success. Too much success overall for FaZe.
Yeah, it's just crazy how fast that game turned because Vancouver came out the gate swinging. P1 to P2, you were up by 30 to 40 points with the rotation over towards P3, and you were the team initially to start with that time. It's just when you allow FaZe to break it when they do, which is in the final 20 seconds, now you're trapped in towards the back. You lose the rotation to P4 and P5, and you struggle at setting up breaks as a team. You just allowed FaZe, when you came out basically dominating the first 3 hard points, to have a 50-point lead at the end of the 5th one. That's just unacceptable. And then when you go into the second set, you got trophies, you got rotations, you got everybody starting to hit on all cylinders, and just an easy closing of a game there for Vegas. And Vancouver just stood no chance.
No, man. I mean, look at the hardpoint time. You can kind of see it there in the scoreboard. Almost everybody for FaZe over a minute. Only a single member for Vancouver able to stay in for largely more than 30 seconds. So the game flow kind of as representative as the conversation, pretty close, and then it starts to just get a little out of hand there at the end. I think especially that second set where it's just FaZe is doing all the dirty work. Route man getting paid, to be sure. So good stuff overall for FaZe, kind of keeping on their overall strength so far. I mean, their hardpoint has really taken a turn. I mean, their average margin of victory has often been pretty high. It just comes down to not making big mistakes at the end of games, and obviously here there is no such thing of doing that. So good stuff.
Yeah, and it's just such a big difference from FaZe before the break to FaZe now after the break, because before the break, we didn't know what these guys are good at besides search and destroy. But ever since the break, that's now 5 out of the last 6 hard points they've been dominant in. And the scary thing is, now that they're the best search and destroy team in the game, you got 4 modes potentially locked up in a series. So FaZe are looking in prime form, like they want to be before they go to Major 1. Now stepping into this map number 2 on Colossus, it's a good search and destroy map for them. On the opposite side for Vancouver, who are the worst S&E team that we have in the game, haven't even played this map yet. So FaZe should have another field day.
Yeah, it is tough to look at Vancouver statistics and, like you say, coming ranked 12th in search and destroy, and out of the 7 total maps they've played, 5 of them have been on Den, and they've only won a single one of them.
Yeah.
So not great news. Again, just talking kind of to Ali's point about the map fluency and your ability to kind of vary up a series, you know, from series to series, because you had already kind of mentioned it. We were going to see it here again. Den is still in the picture. It's map 5 if we end up getting there, which at the moment doesn't feel super likely. But, you know, hey, it has to start here, and you need to show us something if you're Vancouver, like you mentioned, on a map that we have not seen them play yet. It's just tall. It's a tall ask because we just have not seen much out of them in the search and destroy. I mean, across the board, it's like a red carpet of finishing in the bottom 2 essentially of every statistic in search and destroy, which is just not great news. And it just, I think for me, to my point, like, I don't want to just be here and be like a negative Nancy about Vancouver. It's just like all the individual pieces are there, but they're just not building a system with one another yet. It just feels too individual.
Yeah, and they're currently last in first bloods and last in conversion rates, even if they find the first blood. So, like, nothing is going right for Vancouver. And like you said, I don't want to sound like we're completely destroying the underdogs. It's just you haven't really shown us anything yet. I keep on thinking of this roster, and I'm just like, 4 people spawning into rank play. The system is broken. And when you're going up against these other teams who have put in the time, it's not like they're not practicing. They're putting in time. They just haven't put in, I guess, the right time to find success.